right. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, can you hear me? Sorry for the late start. Hopefully you all can hear me. I'm going to try to get us underway very quickly because the forced start is rapidly approaching. Just want to quickly announce, I just realized I don't have the commentators updated on the layout. Let me quickly do that. Let's see if I can get that up in time. So that should be correct. I want to briefly introduce today's commentators because it's a banger lineup for you. Both did not make the top 32 in Fresh Faces 1, despite incredible performances. Having played in both A and B this year is Ugg Sunlight, a dear friend of the stream, and had his birthday on January 11th, so please give him a warm welcome. And right alongside him is the man of many mods, Lord Danimal for life. Both of you, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome on in.
Yes.
And as per usual, yes. I forgot to stream. So, you know, tech difficulty number 1. We're going to have to start... Maybe there's going to have to be a donation every time I do a technical difficulty. Maybe that'll add to the...
Certified Roro stream.
Strike one, Roro.
You wouldn't have it any other way, though, would you?
Absolutely not.
All right. So I think our racers are ready. Let's take a look at this tracker. I've been warned that this is some oof tracker. Let's see. I think BioRoxys has the best visible tracker. Let's take a look at these numbers. So STT, is that a 6 I'm seeing?
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh no, a TT. That's almost as big as Qualifier's C was. Very low numbers in Space Paranoids and 100 Acre. And BC and LOD are all low. So Drives is a 5. Oh
yeah, so if there's not a proof on drives, you're gonna see a lot of people try to level those as they go up. So it's gonna be boom or bust.
Also, I believe that we are underway. The race has started. Any second now, we should see.
Yep. Yeah, we've got one item in GOA, I think, too.
We did do some maths before we went live, so we know we got something.
So Bagham's timer started 15 seconds late.
Uh-oh.
We'll make a record of that.
I love seeing everyone's shotgun route when they first start out.
How many racers we got tonight? We have 42. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to quickly answer the question. 42 racers in Qualifier D today.
We have a Blizzard in the GOA.
Okay. So let's start with some offensive magic.
And Magnet Burst. So, immediately have a finisher.
Alright, it looks like Bagel is going straight for the death abuse right away. And we'll see where BioRoxys decides to go. Oh. Yeah. Banjo going for the meta strat here, straight to Pride Lands. You know, so like, do you prefer to get your death abuses out the way first, or are you like me and sometimes just hope that, you know, maybe I'll get a drive and I can level drives up later?
Well, it's funny you say that because in the 2 qualifiers that I was in, I use different strats because I would normally use the death abuse strats. However, those who may remember back to qualifier B, Donald started out with Donald Cure on staff.
Oh no,
so
I didn't notice
I
that.
decided to, I saw it and said, nope, let's go to Pride Lands instead.
Well, yeah, I gotta get at least one staff.
And
that's unfortunate.
Trinity limit on level 2.
Oh, that paid off.
You know, that's very different from the level it was on last time, which was Valor 6.
Oh, yes.
Much better.
Alright, so far, paying off for Banjo.
I'm seeing we do have a Torn Pages in Pride Lands. So it is starting to pay out.
If you don't mind, sorry for interrupting you. If you don't mind, may I introduce the 4 people you see on screen? Because I think it's kind of an interesting group that we've started with all the B names here. That was a poor choice of words. Sorry. All the names that start with B, not the B name. Sorry, to be clear. Both Bagums and Banjo Forever, family members of T.O. Little or Dez, Banjo Forever being the significant other of Little Erdez, and Bagums being Little Erdez's brother-in-law. So we've got the Little Erdez family tree in the top here, and then Bellsprit is basically two in command over at the Waffle Magic stream. Bell made the chopping block last year, showing a great display of talent here in Fresh Faces 2, and BioRoxas is massively successful Cage content creator. I think recently going through the Psychology of Characters series, I think I've seen Sora, Riku, and Aqua. Can't wait to see if that series continues. Decided to take a chance on our event, and here he is, going through Twilight Town.
Absolutely incredible that Lil Erdis is able to play twice at the same exact time.
Ooh. And Bagham's getting a reflect in the shotgun of Agrabah, so immediately that's going to be a huge tool to help throughout the seed.
Shotgun is both your best defense and best offensive weapon in the game.
That's absolutely right. I do want to quickly... Go ahead.
We've also had some reports that there is a cure in STT and a fire in DC.
Ooh. Okay, so lots of magic popping up, but not perfect utility yet. Stitch and Pride Lance for Banjo.
Yeah. Oh, apparently we have an early proof in Agrabah?
Is that what I'm hearing?
Early proof.
Dark is saying we have a proof in Agrabah.
Oh,
yeah, we
so
do
we're
have
about to see it on Bagham's perspective. Perspective, I think.
There we go, the proof of peace in the bazaar.
That's the second shotgun proof in Bazaar. I think we had Bazaar in
Yeah.
Qualifier C this morning too. So
Yeah, indeed.
Is this the same seed? Monka.
Row.
Oh no. It's too early for that. I just want to quickly
we'll
say...
see with the other ones.
I want to quickly say, I anticipate a few tech difficulties for several reasons. One, we're getting so many people that did not fill out the RSVP, which I said was not required, and I'm so honored to have them. It might be difficult to figure out what their Twitch names are, because I'll have to open up some links, so please bear with us if we have technical difficulties. Additionally, there are storms going through the entire United States right now, so if you see outages, both on my end and in the racers, not much we can do about it. We've been very fortunate to not have anyone DNF due to outage, but we did make a Qualifier G in anticipation of the outages. So just wanted to quickly get in front of that.
And I will say Danimal will be very happy about this because we now have a hint for torn pages in LOD, so Lodders is dead.
Oh good, I can stop
unless
sweating
we
now.
have to go deep in 100 Acre.
We will not see a continuation of the LOD trauma. Not this seed.
Not for us.
Oh good, I can finally relax and commentate now.
Oh, just wait. You're gonna regret those words.
Well,
Agrabah is dead.
And BioRox is rushing straight into 100 Acres, so decided he's gonna go ahead and do those pages as soon as he gets one.
And here's something really interesting that I'm seeing on Aurox's stream. Twilight Town Shotgun, second chance and once more.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sunlight, may I ask, are you using a physical tracker to keep track of all this?
I am indeed.
Would you mind sharing that to the Discord so that maybe I can bring it up on occasion on the stream?
Let's see if this works.
Yeah, can you bring it up for me too, because I don't feel like tracking myself.
Well, that's what I was really... That's really the reason I asked, but I didn't want to sound like a lazy bum, so... Indeed, Bellsprit is running the VD mod, and you know what? I'm going to try and take a different approach with today's qualifier as well. I'm going to try to get through as many people as we can during the shotguns, just to make sure that I kind of knock out getting everyone a chance to be on the restream, celebrate the fact that they joined Fresh Faces 2, and maybe that'll avoid having requiring perpetual domes for future qualifiers. So, Qual D, please bear with me, as effectively this is my guinea pig experiment with this idea. So let's actually take a look with Adam Owa, Orox, Barely New Gamer, and I think I have Bell or I just had Bell. I think I have Bell twice. Oops. Don't know if I managed to skip anybody, but... Did I spell Barely New Gamer wrong? Yep, I said Gamer. Whoops, my bad. I was like, I know that's the Twitch username.
Orox going straight to Mysterious Tower.
And has already got it down to a 1, thanks to a double torn page.
And right as we left by Oroxis, he was entering STT. So we're going to have STT
Oh.
and TT knowledge very quickly this seed.
I assume it's a good thing to, a lot of fresh faces do run SCT kind of early, which is something you don't see too much outside of the fresh faces tournament, which is one of the reasons I think this thing's so special, just because of the variety of opening plays.
Absolutely, and I think that STT has also had a disproportionately high number in it in Quals A through D so far, so I can't really blame any fresh face for being tempted to go there. In fact, I've kind of come around and said, like, I think that maybe I've been too bad on STT in terms of, like, how appropriate it is to go there early. Some people will call it STT jail no matter what, and oh my goodness, look at Barely New Gamer.
I will.
Twilight Town
final
dead
form.
On Twilight Town 1. Second chance.
Final
One to
form
finish
top
up the final.
tower. Wow.
No TT2 or TT3 required. However, having that final is huge, and with TT1 done, it's a nice place to level final, which is very important given the 5 on drives we see here.
Oh yeah, you could see some of them after STT going to STT2 just to get a couple of final form levels.
It's good to see they've got some decent movement. I know there was a glide hidden in the shotgun of Halloween Town. So they've got at least some extra movement.
Orcs at DC, let's see if he decides to push the mouse. What are you guys' thoughts on early mouse push?
Oh, you know my thoughts, never.
Oh.
I mean, I guess this is interesting because it is a pretty big number. It's 3 checks, it seems, past the courtyard shotgun. So, I respect this play. It's just I am very bad about doing it or remembering that it exists.
So I made a mistake in A and didn't push the mouse, and I paid for it dearly. And since I'm now following Kale's principle, if it's 3 or higher when you get to mouse, you always push.
I'll die on the
I was
hill,
taught
but I
to
lose those
push
every
it.
day. Sorry, Dan, we'll go on.
Just like I'm dying on the SCT Never Hill. No, I always pushed the mouse, and that's just, I guess that's just how I was taught to do it. But, because there are 7 chests by pushing the mouse, and I think for just a shotgun route, just shotgunning and clearing it out, I think pushing the mouse is pretty good.
So, right
The
after...
other thing...
Sorry, go ahead.
The other thing I like about it too is if you pick up a money pouch early, it's really easy to get to a shop right there when you're leaving.
Exactly.
You don't have to go out your way.
Right. I want to quickly point out that, looks like Bell is not going to finish HP. So with that, I want to bring up another set before. Chaos Control Channel, Chaos Control Channel, Coxico, Denki Dunk, and Deuce. Denki actually, a top 32 finisher from Fresh Faces 1. I DM'd him, personally inviting him. I didn't get a response, and I think that maybe he was just busy, and he just dropped the Prime sub, and then just straight went into this qualifier, so... Ooh, this is an interesting overlay. I have not seen this before. Look at the tracker for Denki Dunk. Definitely unconventional, but maybe an interesting idea here to make it alongside the bottom instead of vertical. Very cool, and it's visible, and it's tourney compliant. It's a new concept.
Yeah, you can see everything, yeah. Huh. No, I like that, because everything is... That's actually really good for fresh faces, too, because everything is labeled.
Yeah, I love it. We got some fan favorites back in here. Drop the Deuce is in your bottom right corner. Coxico of Across the Universe fame. They're holding down the fort in minute fight of PR. I can't really see if anything has been collected in PR based on their tracker. Let's see if I can find out what it is. Sorry, forgot that I need to do that off. See, tech difficulty number 2. Nothing collected in Port Royal yet on Coxico's end. That's not to say that maybe... Go ahead.
Speaking of Port Royal, we just got a hint from Aurochs that Port Royal has a reflect.
Oh my
so,
god.
Potential not to have baby reflect going into final fights.
Coxico fighting off pirates too. It's getting a 1 minute fight out of the way. Just like the strategy here too. You know, there is something gratifying about seeing those pirates run around trying to hit you, but can't. Is that a... Oh, Deuce has a, what's that? That's a Minecraft mod with the Sonic skin. I like that.
Sorry to interrupt real quick. I just want to say thank you so much, Double A Dewey, for the raid. Hopefully your stream was great. Trading raids back and forth. We raided Double A Dewey after Qualifier C, and now he's back, returning the favor. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
And I'm going to butt in here because we have another proof in STT.
Oh my god.
No.
But not from our stream, right? Was that BioRoxas who found
No. Quarters just put in chat that it is in STT. I assume that's from BioRoxas.
Okay.
Wow.
Quick
this
look.
this is a seed I would not have done well in then. Okay.
From Flame Phantom.
Oh, yep, and look at here, you can see Deuce going right into Twilight Town 2 now that he has final form. So trying to get some levels while he can. Not a bad play at all, actually. Because it's not a great place to level final again, until you get into Hollow Bastion 2. Oh, yeah, it's going for some Berserker strats here.
Are you sure this isn't the same seed? I'm pretty sure I would have remembered Once More and Second Chance both being in Twilight Town.
They weren't.
I think I'd also remember a
Yeah,
5
It's
drive.
definitely a different seed.
Yeah, fighting off Berserkers in Twilight Town 2 under leveled is really difficult to do, so Deuce here taking it steady. Okay, gets one. Oh yeah, and they're immune to physical attacks while they're berserking too, so you have to just rely on your magic. Oh, a little too high. There we go. Love to see it. Alright, so that puts Zeus. I'm trying to see, I can't see what final form level he's on. I assume, is that a 2 or a 3?
Where are you looking at?
I'm looking at Deuce. I'm trying to see what final form level he got to with that.
Ooh, I can't really make that out. Let me see if we can do some correspondence. Or
he's going back in. He's going to TT3. He wants all the final form levels.
And just normal levels too.
3. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a great place for leveling. If you don't have an experience boost in, a Stitch or Magnet Thunder, yeah, it's a great place to go ahead and grind out some levels.
I think it's
and
3, but if it's not, he'll get 3 very, very quickly here.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's still got another check on level, so not too bad of a play here. Let's see if he goes around and also decides to check to see if there are any tools here hidden in TT3 that you might not normally get. And alright, let's see if they're headed back out. They're gonna go back in. Okay.
I'd like to get the next batch of racers up and ready, so you got about a minute. Trying to make any comments about these racers while you can.
Okay. Alright. And Coxico successfully pushed the mouse, now going through the throne room here.
I have to say, I do
Okay.
like seeing Chaos going up into HB2 early as well. That's always nice to see. Because guarantee
yes.
second visit, no reports.
Before, yeah, I think you'll see a lot of fresh faces here. They'll push if they have the tools for it. You'll see a lot of them push their second visits.
Apparently,
Just
the
because-
FTT proof is on Nominee.
Oh, deep in STT
So
also.
very
So
deep.
is a double proof STT?
I think it's just the one.
We have Mr. Juan Up with the $15 donation. Thank you so much, Mr. Juan Up. What a generous
Thank you,
donation.
One Up.
I don't know why it's not playing the it's not playing the alert, but hey, thank you so much, Mr. Juan Up. What a generous donation. And congratulations on Chopping Block earlier. Let me also pull
Alright,
up
Drax
the
here.
Testify.
Yep. Drax here doing Hades escape. Oh, it's got magnet burst. Oh, that's gonna help out a lot.
Yeah. All of the races should have Magnet Burst because it was in the GOA.
Yeah. Usually you wanna at least want a magnet here, but with magnet burst, yeah, that's gonna speed this up a lot.
There we go. Now it's playing 3-2. C-Dude with a donation
Oh.
of $35. Thank you so much. If anyone donated in between or outside of those donations, I am quickly trying to find the donation so I can thank everybody properly. C-Dude, thank you so much for that incredibly generous donation.
Oh no, Eldorath is having tech issues.
I don't know if Eldorath is having no, Roro's having tech issues, not Eldorath.
Oh,
I will say,
never mind.
I want to make a brief apology to one particular fresh face. Wonderful individual. My heart is in tatters. Night Owl, for the second time in a row, has had a storm knock out the internet during a Fresh Faces qualifier. So Night Owl played in, or like did all the community nights in Fresh Faces 1, practiced all the time, wasn't able to play the qualifier because of internet outages, and now today, getting excited for qualifier D, had the internet knock it out again. Night Owl, if you are watching this back, we love you. We made Qual G to hopefully accommodate this issue in the future. I know it may not be any compensation now. I have to imagine the frustration is real. But we're here for you. Thank you so much for trying to make this work, and we're so sorry that we somehow managed to schedule Fresh Faces both times during massive storms in the United States. If you guys can get some Ukraine hearts out for Night Owl, I'm sure she'll appreciate it if she joins the chat to give us some support. Couldn't have happened to it's a terrible thing that happened to a wonderful person. So get some Ukraine hearts out for that. I will address I'll address the donations shortly here as well. Also, I don't know who I have. Dr. Toby, I think, might have an underscore. Sorry about that. Doing my best to juggle everything. Sorry, chat.
All good. Alright, Eldorath. Alright, pushing HB2, and it's still all the way up to Dimix, and it's still a 4. So those checks in Hall of Ashen are deep, deep.
Do you all have, do I have some time for some donations, by the way? I'd like to list them off.
Absolutely.
So we have a $5 donation from Punning Linguist. I'm not 100% sure I covered it. It was at 2:17 p.m., so right after Qual C. Punning Linguist, thank you so much for that $5 donation if I haven't thanked you already. We have an anonymous donation of $65, choosing 3 of the rewards from the Tiltify shopping cart. Thank you so much for that $65 donation. Mr. Juan Up with the $15 donation saying the chopping block with exclamation points. Regardless, this event has been a blast. I'm meeting new people and just having a good time too. What kind words, Mr. Juan Up. We're so grateful that we got you around. Mr. Juan Up, of course, RSVPing for Fresh Faces 1, but wasn't able to make it, so we're very grateful he came back around to Fresh Faces 2 in style. C-Dude, obviously, with the $35 donations, and just recently we had Chris Mack Games, Fresh Faces 1 racer, donating $20, and with all those donations, we've hit our first incentive. Double and Ragnoth will subject themselves to pain by playing the Nightmare Race. So that is our first incentive achieved. The next incentive on the docket is Hot Takes 2, a tournament where we submit our hot takes about the KH2 randomizer, and a panel of experienced rando community members will judge them and will determine what the hottest take of rando is right now. And then our $5,000 incentive is a Sonic Adventures 2 and KH2 multi-world co-op race in honor of Across the Universe that just happened. So y'all, thank you so much for the donations. I'm going to give the mic back to Sunlight and Danimal because I'm hogging it.
No, that's fine. Anytime I hear about Double and Ragnoth in pain, I'm happy. Alright. So we had a light and darkness in Halloween Town, so look to see some people maybe push for a forced final form before going into Twilight Town there. And we got Drax is pushing OC. He's at the Force the Dimix fight here, and making real good use of that Magnet Burst. Great strategy.
And we do see that OC is dead by the time we get to Demix. A Cure, Blizzard, a Report, and 2 Thunders.
Right.
And
So
if you push that monkey, you've already got Thundaga.
Very useful ranged attack. In fact, you'll see a lot of Thundaga strats here just because the ability to keep out of harm's way. Alright. Drax leads, and
And apparently we do have some big news that the Promise Charm is before Barbosa in PR.
So we have one proof in SDT, one proof in Agrabah Shotgun, and then Promise Charm in Port Royal. So we still have one proof that could be on like a Drives or that one in 100 Acre. I can pray that it's not a go mode. Or like relatively close to one.
We could pray.
Hey, you know, like a Yeet the Bear, non-existence, you know, it could happen. Love to see a good Yeet the Bear seed.
I do also want to apologize to Dr. Toby. I have the wrong Twitch name on screen, and that means incorrect pronouns. And I don't think there were any pronouns on there, but hopefully that should look better now. Eldorath, unfortunately, I don't have any information on pronouns for, so I just include the Twitch name there. We ready to maybe go to another batch?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Coming up on the docket is Flash AM doing their second qualifier. Gabriel J. Campos, JJH Rogers DJ, and Ken Shiro. I think we got people from all over the world on this one. I think Flash AM is US. Gabriel is, I think, or Brazilian, rather. Sorry, I get those confused. They speak Portuguese. JJH Rogers is in the UK. And Kenshiro is Brazilian as well. Kenshiro playing in Qualifier C earlier today.
Very nice.
I'd love to see the amount of different countries that are represented in this tournament. It's amazing to see.
It's very incredible. 13 countries have joined. I'll have to go back and see how many unique countries we had in each one. I know in Qualifier A we had 7 unique countries, so the 13-7 motto is very relevant in the even fresh faces.
Okay. All right, and you got Flash AM again pushing Hollow Bastion. I'm interested to see if they decide to push it to Dimix and possibly past them, or if they go ahead and leave now. Without Final and Fire or Duck Flare or Wisdom Fire, it can be a little time consuming to do. So I see a lot of people probably hold off on that.
We are having some difficulties. I think something got messed up and there are wrong names everywhere all over the TTV. So I apologize for the wrong Twitch channels. I'll try to figure out what's going on there. Should be accurate now.
What?
I have been told to focus on Windblown Leaf. Windblown Leaf, I did ask. Windblown Leaf has gone through a name transition, but you might recognize them by Zeke Highwind from Fresh Faces 1. I've been told to focus on Windblown Leaf briefly. Let's take a look. I wrote Windblown Eef Let's try that again.
Windblown leaf.
Ah, yes, we do indeed have the promise charm there, and approved. So they're halfway there to.
And
go
Windblown
mode.
leaf stream is intended for mature audiences, so if you're squeamish, look away.
Look away from the Leafeon.
Alright, get through Cerberus with the help of Magnet Burst.
And also, thanks to Windblown Leaf, we do have another report hinting Peter Pan in Halloween Town, which means that is now dead.
One by one, we are checking off-road. I will give the stream one moment here to get back up.
Stream down?
Oh no, you know
It
what?
is for us.
I was watching. Yeah, wait a minute. I think on
Okay.
Twitch it's fine. On Twitch,
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
it's just
Yeah.
on
Oh,
the end you're
okay.
sharing with us.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. There we go.
Luckily, we're both watching on different screens and things like that.
Keeping me in check. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely.
It's the least I could do, Roro, for all the trauma you've caused.
So much.
Oh, we got faster urns. Well, personally, my favorite new addition to the GOA, not GOA, the randomizer seed generator in the last year.
See, I'm going to disagree with that. I prefer the easy wardrobe push. Because the amount of times I have messed that up and it's taken me so long to recover. So not having to worry about that is just, it's beautiful.
I too know what it's like to have wardrobe problems.
So I'm gonna bring Kenshiro R back up, just because we wanted to show Windblown Leaf to see where the Promise Charm was located. Let's bring Kenshiro back. SDT push from Kenshiro. So that proof is on the way. Gabriel making the way through PR.
Okay.
Both JJ and Flash in OC doing the same fight.
Wow. Well, yeah, Cerberus fight and they, unfortunately, yeah. Usually, you'd like to see a reflector or thunder for Cerberus here, but okay. I like the strategy. Going ahead and utilizing Auron.
I'd like to briefly interject here. Official Redwood, Redwood TTV, who unfortunately wanted to play in Fresh Faces 2 but had some computer difficulties. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I do want to make a quick announcement that please do not gift subs to the channel in the future, just because I would rather have all the funds go to Ukraine. I do appreciate them. No one's in trouble for gifting subs by any means. I really appreciate it. All of that money is going to go straight back into the fund anyways. So, Redwood, thank you so much for being a wonderful friend of the stream. Cheers. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you, Redwood.
Oh, good lord. The next incentive looks terrible. Let me let me try to fix that real quick. It might look a little weird for the commentators, but I apologize. That looks too ugly to ignore.
Absolutely fine.
Alright, and while we're doing that, okay, we got both Flash and JJ Rogers pushing OC a little bit further here. So as we know it stops at Dimix, but we'll see how far they both decide to go. And both on the same exact urns. Alright, and JJ Rogers making use of that magnet burst there. Oh, and Kenshiro participating in struggle tournaments, so 2 tournaments at once, very talented.
Oh. Starting to use these struggle bats. And yes, Ukimiyoshi is just about to be at 3 out of 4 on Promise Charm, so we might
Real
be seeing some
interested.
finishes sooner rather than later.
Yeah, real interested to see where that non-existence is.
Yeah, Nuki the Ocean. Oh, we have a donation of $15 from Redwood. Redwood, thank you so much. That's in total roughly $40 when you consider the Tier 1 gifted subs as well. Thank you so much for that donation. How kind. Yeah, how generous. I'm very upset that we weren't able to get you. I know that the PC was giving you a bunch of trouble. Hopefully, if we do run this again in the future, we'll be able to include you. Thank you so much for that generous donation.
Yes.
I think we're gonna have to switch over soon, so make your comments
And
now.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, struggle tournaments can be time consuming if you don't have the proper tools for it. A lot of people try to get Trinity limit or limit form. You can also use fire there to help speed up some of the fights. But
Absolutely.
got Thunder. Yeah, it's got Thunder. Looks like they got Thundaga there, so making quick work of those dusks. We'll see if they use the same kind of strategy with Axel. Alright, see where they go with here.
Oh man, I think I have a
Oh, yeah.
username that might give Veloa Lopez a run for its money for most challenging name for me to pronounce live on stream. Please bear with me because this is also someone who did not RSVP. Not that that's a problem. I just I just might not immediately know how to pronounce the name. Give me a second to get everyone's URL correct. So welcome back, these lovely people. We've got Lardy Pawn, Mirage IW, Mokonasa Kaidono. I hope that. Yep, and it looks like I got the name. Mokonasa Kaidono. I need to remove the pronouns in the incorrect Twitch because it's a new streamer. I apologize. Let me also get rid of the U.S. flag as well.
Makana S. I'm Makana S in Port Royal. It's going through, getting their menu exactly how they like it. Very important to do.
Want to quickly put up Sabrina of modding fame and Ukraine color author alongside AA Dewey. 7 and 13 add up to create the Donate Blade and summon Kingdom Hearts with a donation of $20. Thank you, Sabrina. How generous. We should be paying you for your mods, and instead you are paying us. So thank you so much. Very much appreciated, my friend.
But yeah, half my mods in this last year have all been Sabrina's. Sabrina actually taught me how to mod, so thank you, Sabrina. Big shout out.
Paying dividends to the community.
Alright.
I have to ask, Animal.
Yeah.
Another donation from Allie of $10. Allie. I think there were some other numbers and letters in there. Let me see if I can get the full username correct. Allie17CR7. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Sorry, I keep interrupting. I should ask if it's a good time for donating.
So, Danimal, if you were playing this seed, where would you be pushing right about now, do you reckon?
With this seed right here, I'm trying to see. It depends on what kind of information I have right now. I would absolutely be pushing Port Royal and OC just because of those numbers there, and then after I push those, I do DC because it's a 3, and basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hold out for a limit form or Trinity before I go into STT. But if I've gotten everything down to a 1 or 2 and there's a 5 sitting there, it's only so long before you kind of have to go. Yeah, I usually, because the thing with STT is, it's an easy road, very low battle level. The thing that slows it down is how big of a road it is, so you're constantly going back and forth. So worlds like that and Twilight Town, I try to, like Twilight Town, I put off last of my shotgun route just for that. I want to try to get as much movement. Same for STT, I want to get as much movement as I can before I go ahead and push it.
Absolutely.
I didn't hear it. He started talking right after.
Oh, Alicia, my girlfriend donated.
Oh, is that what that donation was? Well, then let's oh, was that Allie17CR7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Danimal's girlfriend, for that incredibly generous donation. Very much appreciated. And speaking of that, PowerForge, wow. PowerForge donated $25 with an interesting message saying, doubled for every round I qualify. Very interesting. Thank you so much, Power
Okay.
Force, for that $25 donation.
If I have to face Power Force one-on-one, I'm throwing.
Now.
I will say that definitely not. I'm not gonna make that a verbal commitment of any point. I do want to point out that yes, we are asking for donations, but only if you are willing and able. Donating is not the only way to support. Anytime you interact, you play, you convince someone else to join, or share the stream, or promote it, all of that is incredibly helpful and pays dividends. So thank you all for all of the donations, whether it be time, money, effort, participation, all the above.
If you're wondering if you need to pay rent this month or should I donate, absolutely pay your rent.
Yes,
Do not
yes,
suffer.
Yes.
Put
I
real
echo
life
the
first
sentiment.
and then this second.
Thank you so much for pointing
Oh,
that out. I do appreciate that.
And real quick, yeah, Lardy Pawn, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, Lardy Pawn here, making use of Stitch and AXP boosting. So getting some levels up there now, either right at or above the ceiling for final fights.
And might be one of the first people that pushed screens, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I haven't seen the screens push yet.
It's an
I believe a
SP1.
couple of people are pushing it about the same time.
Okay, whew. Lardy Pond almost went back to the title screen, and that was going to have my heart melt.
Oh.
Nice catch.
Oh, just... oh, no.
I think
And that's why
it
we-
would have done its job, but, you know, never want to
Yeah.
have to deal with an autosave tech difficulty in the middle of a qualifier. I totally understand that.
The one thing that is really concerning me, Hollow Bastions of 4, and I've seen people have pushed everything up to Demix, and there's still nothing.
Oh, it's past. I think it's past Dimix. Yeah, it's past
It's
Dimix
at
now.
Demix at the earliest, but
Oh,
still, that's 4 non-report checks, which is...
Do we see
very
someone do
low.
Dimix? I thought we saw someone do Dimix.
Did someone do
Or did
Demix?
No,
I've
I
seen
might have
people
been.
leave before Demix.
I might be tripping. I'm probably tripping.
Oh. Our reporter on the streets, Kisu, coming in.
No, you are
clutch,
right. They did leave before. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
with the information on Hollow Bastion from Eldorath. We have a money pouch on Demix, Chicken Little after Final Fantasy fights, Wisdom Form on 1K, and a Master Form on the Proof of Peace checks.
Wait, say that again?
So
So
if
you
you're
get-
so money pouch on Demix, Chicken Little in Crystal Fisher, Wisdom on 1K, and Master on Proof of Peace. So
How
if
do
you
we
want
know
those
this?
5 on, this is a reporter on the streets, Kisu Dewisu,
From
coming
who?
in from Eldorath,
Okay,
apparently.
we'll get Eldorath on the stream. I do want to quickly get another batch of racers up here just to make sure we get everybody on here, but we will indeed get Eldorath back on here.
So that 5 on drives is looking very suspicious.
Right. And from I think that's Miraju. Okay, we'll see. Oh, I think we might see my favorite swag kill here, the broken neck.
Ooh.
Wait, what? What is
And-
happening here? Oh, wait, hang, we're leveling Master Form. Okay. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay, so I think Eldorath just used the orbs to level Master. Whew.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't go into Core. So for those unaware, Core is considered junk in these settings. It is a cruel thing to include for a beginner-friendly seed, so we didn't. You are allowed to obviously
Yes.
go in there and level Master, which seems to be the very intelligent play that Eldorath made.
Mm.
My heart just almost sunk, though, because that was actually something that happened last year, where someone didn't know that and did Core fights.
Oh dear.
yeah. I think they got stuck in core too, didn't they? No, that was a different race. Never mind.
And something interesting coming from one of our TOs, Warehouse Jesus. The last check of PR is on Grim Reaper 2.
Oh, that's going to be
Yeah.
spicy.
So wait,
Everyone's favorite boss.
so
I don't know where that's coming from, but
It's all good. We
Well,
got.
we're-
I think we have time. But I do want to ask you two commentators a quick question. So with Master
Yes.
Form being on Proof of Peace check is what we got the report for, right? Or like that was the
Mhm.
Yes.
our field correspondent Kisa Dewisu told us that. We have Wisdom Form in Hollow Bastion, Final Form in TT. Do we know about Valor or Limit yet? I don't think
I
I've seen
don't
it.
believe so.
Oh, we don't.
At least I don't see it at the moment. So like that 5 on drives is starting to look real interesting.
Yeah, and with Twilight Town being dead at TT1, it's going to be hard to level Limit unless you decide to push into TT3. Not Limit, I'm sorry, Master, unless you push into TT3. You
It's
can
absolutely
there
doable.
is DC. Well, there's DC in that they do have a drive converter. There's a few
also
places.
Halloween Town. Halloween Town with Drive Converter. If you use the carousel that's in the middle, they'll drop a decent amount of
Mhm.
moves. There's also Core, so it's not impossible. I agree that it's hard because you can't use the gamblers.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to not go out of your way to do it.
You see, I'd say I would actually push because you've done all the way up tower in TT1. All you got to do is basically the TT2 fight and then the mansion fight to get in there. That doesn't take long. You don't have to do the underground or anything like that.
There's
So I
also
think
the
a
throne
minute?
room. Yeah, it's also throne room
Two?
in DC
Yeah.
also, which gives a lot of orbs. And even without drive converter, it still gives you a good amount. I think you can level a form each pass through there.
Oh, proof of non-existence is on hostile program from Orox.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay,
Now,
we might
but
see
wait,
it.
hang on. So we had a proof in SDT, proof in Agrabah Shotgun, Promise Charmers on Barbosa, and then Hostile Program. So what? So Orox has Hostile Program. Is Orox in possession of all four yet, though?
No, Orox needs to get Promise Charm still.
Is that the only one he's missing?
Yes.
Wow. So this SDT push in combination with these other three pretty innocuous places for proofs is this is going to be one of the most interesting qualifiers yet, in my opinion.
I'm getting some deja vu. A proof is on a first visit boss in a world that's a 1.
Yeah.
Where have I heard this before?
Well, if you go in for level grinding, you might as well just finish out Space Paranoids. Because the boss is right there, and you now have the levels for it.
I've seen a lot of people do screens and leave before hostile program. And that is just... Unfortunately, it's one of those things.
Yeah, with these settings, you're really incentivized to just kind of finish out a road if you're there.
As we like to call it in the biz, commitment issues.
That's just a normal relationship for me.
I'll have to actually remove the he/him pronouns from Zavi. I don't feel 100% confident those are accurate. I think I've heard those for Zavi being referred to as he/him, but I do not feel confident enough to display that on stream. So I apologize if those are incorrect.
And both Monster and Nerdy with that Fresh Faces 2 cosmetic mod. Love to see it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love seeing more and more people, as the qualifiers roll in, I love seeing more people utilize that. Duncan and Sabrina did a wonderful job with it.
Oh, Roro, your flags may have got mixed up.
Yep, I'm on it. Something's going on with Stream Controller that's weird because I don't know what's going on. Because something weird's going on. I think I might be typing in the full name instead of using the drop-down menu. There we go. I think it's case sensitive, which is the issue. So let's fix that. I think that's the reason it's not liking it. So let's refresh that. That should be correct. There we go. Thank you so much for pointing it out.
Yeah, glad to see Monster Mash back. One of the few racers who actually use a keyboard and mouse instead of a controller.
Yeah. Following Sonic's footsteps.
Very difficult thing to do, playing with keyboard and mouse.
Okay,
I
Monster
have
is
to give
also
credit
pushing.
to anyone who decides to play with it.
Yes. Alright, Monster also pushing TT2. Let's see if they decide to go ahead and level up in TT3, or if they're going to go ahead and do some final form grinding. They see that 5 now, which is a hint at 4, so they could be thinking, this is my best lead at this point, are those drives.
Right.
Now, here's a good conundrum. You got a lot of checks left. If you see a 0, but there's a drive in there, do you get that drive form?
It's a big question mark.
It's so tough because we obviously have the knowledge of where all 4 proofs are, and none of them
Absolutely.
involve drives. So this is so challenging. Like, I can't blame any racer for thinking like there's not a
No.
report there, right? So it's 5 checks that
Yeah.
don't have reports. I'm missing 2 plus proofs. I have to go for it, right? Like, it's just that's a
Yeah.
huge piece of intel if I know where a form is.
Yeah, it's one of those questions. You know, do you hold off drive forms until you've absolutely checked off everything else or not?
I think all things considered, it'll be one thing I really love about Fresh Faces is that there isn't really a right answer, and you get to see what the racers think. We basically let the racers serve as the audience, and we get to poll: do they care about the drives or not? And we discuss the strat together. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you see, some of them really value forms, and you know, some of them are like, well, chances are low. Form grinding can take a lot of time. Maybe not worth it yet.
Absolutely.
And you also see who values what form too. You know, like me, like especially me, I really value final form. So if I can level up final, I will go slightly out of my way to do so, just because I know it will make a lot of other fights and even mobs a lot quicker.
Roro, can you pull up Uki, please?
Pull up Uki, please. Okay.
Ukinoshi, because they have 2 proofs and Promise Charm, and they are fighting Costa Program right now.
Okay.
So
on
they're
it.
going to be in go modes very shortly.
And with this bringing up of Uki, you're going to hear the best pun I've ever made, and if you disagree with me, I will be timing people out in chat. I am not joking. Let me just double check that I have the correct Twitch name, which I realize I do not. His name is there. Okay. It's actually a very fitting... or maybe not fitting, never mind. But,
Embracing myself.
no, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, okay, I won't look forward to the pun then.
No, the pun is going to be good. I'm just trying to make sure I have the right username and that I spelled this word right, because it's
Unfortunately, this is a magnet desert in this seed, so
Absolutely.
we've seen Natum here going leveling up their drive, or not? Sorry, doing level grinding here.
So I wanted to say the pun was we now see Russian on screen, and despite the name, the Russian is supporting Ukraine. That was the pun that I was gonna make. So thanks to Russian Assassin for joining and for hearing out my pun. Looks like Uki is indeed in go mode.
Oh,
We got a first go mode. Okay.
it took me a minute
All
to
right.
get that one.
And no money pouch. So let's see if they decide to go for some poverty strats. Yes, they are. Okay, it's my favorite strat to do in the entire game.
I've
So
heard-
what you do is,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you take anything over 10 money, sell it, and just get as many ethers as you can. If you need to grind levels and have nothing, I mean, there you go.
I've heard that
All
Uki
right.
is freaking out. I think Uki would not mind if we tuned into the audio, so let's tune into that.
Alright, and going, seeing they can get above the ceiling here. And I don't think anyone else is in go mode yet, so they do have a little bit of time.
Looks like the...
Although I'm sure,
Go ahead.
as far as they're concerned though, they're still behind. I mean, that's kind of the thought process you have going into the final fights,
Well,
no
the
matter how
thing
far
is-
ahead you are.
The thing is that even when you have all 4 proofs, especially in a qualifier this big, I have to imagine, like, when I play a qualifier of, like, 16 to 20 people, if I have all 4 proofs and no one's finished, I feel like maybe I'm okay. In a qualifier this big, my first instinct is I'm behind. My first instinct is that someone else has
Oh, yeah.
the 4 proofs, and the question is just how many people are going to finish before me, right? So...
Roro, you could be in a race with yourself and you still think you're behind.
Absolutely. Ain't no player better than myself if I'm going against myself. No, that's exactly right.
Alright, okay, here they go. And they decide to go ahead and, yeah, they don't have not very fast movement, so if your glide is 2 or 1, I think it's right about the same. I think if it's the 1, you're better off with buildings, and then if it's the 2, it's about the same here.
So I see Glide 2 for Uki. So Uki
Yeah.
just electing to go with the safe strat. I like it.
Yeah,
So Uki,
nothing wrong with that.
I do want to point out something interesting that is providing an advantage to Uki. Uki does not have a single drive form, so had no reason to push drives. So Uki had no obstacles in routing, it seems. So, but no magnet, no drives. This is not going to be a cakewalk. We do have second chance once more in a reflect, which is nice. But
Fortunately, has magnet burst.
Yes, and Stitch. So we have. It's not like we're going in empty-handed, but what an incredible route! No drives, no distractions.
But there is someone on Uki's tail because Begum's just got their last proof too.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Oh, all right. And it's and they got baby Uki has baby reflect. So let's see how they handle final Zimnus with that.
So let's get Bagums back on stream. I do also want to start cycling more rapidly towards racers that have not had a chance to get showcased yet. Then let's put PG Joshua in place of Omicron Gamma, and let's get Rustwalker all the way from Australia. I don't know if I have the I think I do have the Australian flag. So hopefully we
you do. You put it in. I watched the stream.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for keeping me honest there. So we got PG Joshua. We got Rustwalker. We got Uki. And then we also got Bagums. Thank you so much for the follow, whoever that was. Not looking at the Scrungustly Hungus. That sounds like a or like some sort of anagram from, or like not anagram, but rhyme scheme from Willy Wonka. But thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the qualifier D. So we got Uki and Bagums both in final fights, it seems.
Yeah, and Uki here doing going ahead and summoning Stitch, and that'll help from getting hit here. So Stitch along with that magnet burst should make quick work of them.
For the unaware, Stitch also does replenish MP, so if Uki did want to spam magic, would likely never run out because Stitch, it is RNG based, but Stitch is usually a good boy about
usually
back, magic. There are exceptions, of course. RNG is a thing.
Yeah, let's see if they decide to go ahead and thunder spam this final part of the core or engine core. There we go. There we go, making good use of that magnet burst here. There we go, and the good thing about Stitch also stuns enemies. So as soon as they're vulnerable, he'll go ahead and stun them.
Absolutely.
When those things can be very big time wasters, they go underground and vulnerable.
It's one of the tools I would normally use in Engine Core, the other being Chicken Little.
Chicken Little also very good for crowd control.
Absolutely. And on the 2 engines before Engine Core, Chicken Little.
Oh yeah, if you don't have Magnet Burst or Magnet, yeah, Chicken Little.
He just takes care of everything.
Very underrated summon. Good for Port Royal as well.
Absolutely.
All right. And Uki here, Armor Zimnus 1.
Oh, okay. Russian is also in final fights now. Apparently.
Oh yeah, three people in final fights. Okay. Alright. There we go. Very good reflect there. Uki through final Zimnus 1 here. Got the try to skip the cutscene a little too early. I can imagine being in a race room with 42 people in a race room. Imagine what your nerves are like. Get in final fights, no one is done yet.
I can tell you that from experience. When you're in a race room this big, your heart is in your mouth, quite literally.
Oh, yeah.
It is so nerve-wracking.
I've done just 8 syncs and being in final fights and just absolute nerves just getting the best of me. So I can imagine what they're going through right now. Alright. In second phase of Armor Zimnus 2 here. So, in each phase, Armor Zimnus 2 gets a little bit more aggressive each time. So, starting out you can whack them, but as it goes on you gotta be more and more careful. Especially since he summons those laser beams.
Absolutely.
I do want to
All
quickly
right,
give a shout out to someone on stream. So Rustwalker in the top right corner was fairly upset after Qual B because unfortunately what happened was he was using a faster title screen mod, which made it very difficult for our TOs to confirm the stream. He was very, very upset and came back. He was like, I'm sorry, I'm ready. And he said that he wasn't sure if he could make another qualifier. He made it work for Qualifier D, and I'm so glad that we, A, got some Australian representation from Westwalker, and B, that he was able to actually make a qualifier. And, bonus points, he's sharing the website on stream. If you use command website, you will see exactly the website that he has there. So, thank you so much for giving us a chance, Rustwalker. Cheers.
The Rustwalker from Down Under.
Fights.
Okay. Alright. Here we go, Alright, so we'd like to see a reflect here during dance. Alright. Got 5, alright. Delay, another reflect, okay. Reflects it. So far, so good. Oh, it is very difficult to do. Especially towards the end, he hits you really fast, so... Yeah, it's hard to time.
Ooh. Unfortunate. Death there.
Oh, it's very... You know what? Hits you out of nowhere. It's okay. Still got... Uki still has a little bit of time here, so... I think he's gonna get this go round.
I have
What?
Sejaz's... Hang on, sorry. Sejaz's Twitch must be different from YouTube and race time, so there's some numbers in there I did not know about. Like I said, technical difficulties because some of them are doing their first qualifiers and I haven't memorized their Twitch yet.
Blue.
There we go. Now we got
Okay.
it. Uki on final Zemnis with Russian Assassin and
There we go.
Bagham's quickly behind.
Absolutely.
Alright, we're in laser phase now. Even with Baby Reflect, you do a lot of good damage on Zimnus here with Reflect.
One thing I'm noticing about all of the people in Final Fights right now is that they haven't been distracted by the drives. Look at both Bagham's and Russian Assassin's tracker. They both have 4 drives not found, right? So that means that they have not been distracted by the bait that is the 5 on drives, which I think might be a pretty deciding factor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, and it's in session. Sorry, I was doing play-by-play. I'm sorry.
No. Please do. Go ahead.
Yeah, alright. Going to session through this. Alright, he's replenished their drive. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and get this final hit. That'll get him below the dome level. You'll probably see him get some reflects out to stall for another session. Oh, we couldn't get it in time. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Now, if you're Uki, are you taking the dome and just
Yes.
hoping that nobody finishes? I think that's what we're
I
going to
take
see.
the dome.
Yeah, I mean, with Baby Reflect, and as hard of a time that I've had the past, yes, I'm absolutely taking Dome right
Bagham's
here.
could snipe this, though. If Bagham's gets Dome Skip, I think Bagham's might be able to snipe this away from Uki.
I think definitely.
Yes.
Oh, Uki.
Oh no!
Did Uki just decide
Was
not
that
to
intentional?
take the dome?
I think so.
Yeah, decide to end it on your own terms. No one's finished yet.
Yeah, it's certainly a risky play because that means that you're not guaranteed to be done once you're done with that laser phase. But I respect it. I respect it. I go for Dome Skip.
I respect anyone. Yeah, don't skip for nothing.
One thing I do want to point out on Sejaz's stream, no drives found despite 32 checks. Sejaz's clear rate is incredible. Shocking that not a single drive is found. I know 2 of them are in HB and 1 is in TT, but just wow.
And Bagham's gets the dome as well.
Okay, so this is going to be very close. So now we have 3 racers, all in Final Fights, taking different approaches here.
What?
So Uki has a chance here with, going straight into a session.
Alright. Yep, he's gonna finish out this session. That'll get him below the dome threshold.
I think we're doing Mega Elixir, maybe reflect session. This is gonna be so close.
Yep. I think so, yeah. This session isn't. I don't think it's going to kill him. Yeah, it's not going to.
No, but
there it is.
Have reflect into a session from Uki. This is gonna be so close between Bagham's and Uki. Who's gonna get the first place?
It is.
Okay.
There we go. He gets it.
So
Okay.
hang on. 58:03 for Uki. I don't know when the cutscene ends for. Keep in mind, Bagham's timer also started 15 seconds too late, so we actually get to subtract 15 seconds from Bagham's timer. So I think Bagham's actually has this one if it's beneath 58:18, if I'm not mistaken. Which
Yes,
Yes,
looks like
that's
it's
correct.
gonna be. This
It
is gonna
does
be
indeed
very
look like
close.
it's gonna be.
50,
Yeah.
58:18.49 is gonna be the.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so close. I don't think it's quite there.
Oh no, I think it's just a little too long. That's
A
why
little
you.
too
And this
long,
is.
but still, I think Bagham's has secured
Yeah.
second place.
I believe so.
That's gonna
Very
be very
tall.
close.
58-10.
Oh, 7 seconds off if you subtracted 15.
Yeah.
I mean, to be confirmed. On Russian Assassin, I think they'll be able to. Okay, I think they can don't skip here if they play their cards right. So you can. Okay, so you can. There's a couple things you can do. If you, because I don't know if Session's going to kill him. If Session doesn't, you can of course reflect into another session. You can also, if you have the magic sword, you can also spam Thunders out. And you can stall them that way as well. It's a little known tech. Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh, they don't get it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, let's see they decided to take the dome. Now remember, intentional death in doing so intentionally dying here and then doing it again is faster, but it's only faster if you get it the next time, so it is risky to do. And Russian Assassin, seeing that they may possibly be in the top 3, just electing to go ahead, take the dome, especially since they're reflected. They have baby reflect, so it's a little bit tougher to do, and no limits at all.
Right, let's try to get some new people on stream. Sorry, I'm trying to double check that. So
Yeah.
Bagham's accidentally reset the timer there,
We
but
do
I think
have
as long as
some-
Bagham's has a VOD, we should be fine.
Yep.
So go ahead.
We do have some more people have now got all the pros and are heading to Final Fights Aurochs.
Segeza
Has now
fighting
gone his way.
Mano Imano, you'd love to see it. Fire making quick work of those clones. Alright. So GG to Yuki and Bagham's, and soon to be Russian Assassin here. I think that's. I mean, pending loadless verification, that might be our top
Yeah, so
3.
I will say, I think that Bagham's has secured second place. I think that we had some issues. I think the reason, so Bagham's has forfeited the race time twice, but I don't think that was intentional. I think it's an issue with race time connectivity. So
Yeah.
we'll have to confirm with Bagham's in the VOD what the loadless time is. But I think that Bagham's is comfortably in second place.
I believe so.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, Russians over an hour, so very comfortably.
Yes. Oh, yeah, one thing I want to point out too, even though there were no proof on drives, that does not mean that pushing drives is the wrong play or a bad play here. It's just how the dice roll sometimes.
Tibbs doing the
Okay.
Lord's work with that clip. Thank you so much.
Alright, okay. So I've gone Jazz here on the proof of peace check.
Unfortunately, getting 2 dry forms in the process, and I say unfortunately because that might lead her astray from the last proof, which is on. I guess maybe if you find Wisdom form, maybe Screens is a good place to level it. So maybe that's one thing going for Subcon Jazz, but the drives can definitely serve as a distraction.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if there's only a 1. I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably don't go to Space Paranoids here unless I want to get my levels up. So
Speaking of Space Paranoid, someone who is in Space Paranoid who's just got their final proof is Zat.
Zadamataz.
We'll get Zad on the stream here very shortly.
Zadamataz was on the Fresh Face 2 grind. I saw him on a lot of community nights and just a lot of races throughout the week.
Not even just Fresh Faces 2, Zadamataz was practicing for the 1 hour. I think Zadamataz, he's been a mod and just a friend of the KH2 randomizer communities for so long. So he messaged me. He was like, hey, I haven't played in a while. can I play? And I was like, absolutely, we would love to have you. So we'll get Zadamataz up here shortly. I do want to quickly say that we'll be revisiting with Flamey Phantom, who I think is doing among their first seeds and is a personal friend of a dear friend of our stream, WallPSH.
Oh, well, PSH, okay.
You might have heard of that guy. You might have.
Yeah.
No clue.
If you watch my streams, you might have seen that guy on the Goofy Shield once or twice.
We'll get Zadamataz up in here. I know Zadamataz had a little bit of trouble in Qualifier A. I think, Sunlight, you can relate with that. Both of you played incredibly well.
Absolutely.
So I think that, Zadamataz will be... I think I accidentally got rid of someone that I wasn't supposed to. Who was that? I forgot who that was. Crap. Someone help me. Chat, can someone remind me who was in the top right?
I don't remember.
Who was in the top right?
I was looking at Subcon pushing doing Miss Potts here.
Was it Russian Assassin before, or no?
I
think it was Thea VT. We're fine. So I'm going to put Thea VT right now in place of Phantom, just to make sure. We're almost done with having everyone represented, which is great. That's very challenging to do when you've got 41 people.
Yeah. Alright, Aurochs and Zadamataz in final fights. Aurochs are also very prevalent, especially in the community nights and just in KHC Rando in general.
Indeed. Aurochs was one of the biggest supporters of Fresh Faces 2 from an organizational perspective, too. In my own personal server, I'm not sure if it's even a command, you're more than welcome to join it, but Aurochs was like among the first celebrating any good news that we had for Fresh Faces 2, so he has been a massive friend of the stream and supporter, so very nice to see that he's enjoying this qualifier much better than the first one.
Yeah, and looks like they're in the top half, so we will be seeing them in chopping block for sure. What is it?
We're getting news from Timbo that Uki actually intended to take the dome. Was unintentional. Maybe like a controller disconnect, or maybe a finger of that, but I don't think it really matters. I think Uki is...
Yeah.
So I have confirmation from Warehouse Jesus. I will not speak in indefinite terms, but it looks like the TOs have made a ruling that Bagham's loadless time is 58:10. When corrected for the loadless correction, and Uki's was 58:03. So we have a 7-second difference between first and second place.
And that's how competitive it gets.
Yes, and I think Russian is at this point comfortably in third at 1 hour and 27 seconds loadless.
And we do have PG Joshua also in final fights.
PG Joshua in final fights. That was another person who I think did not make chopping block in the first qualifier. I'm not 100% sure though. At this point, there's too many qualifiers and I can't keep track.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, there's a few of us. Are you talking about Fresh Faces 1 or one of the earliers from this year?
One of the earlier ones in Fresh Faces 2. PG Joshua actually had a very stellar performance in one of the closest races of Fresh Faces 1 against NJA09. They were 16th and 17th seed, and I think it was the closest race in the top 32 that we had that year. So it's super awesome to see him come back. Let's see if I can get him on stream properly.
Oh. All right. Okay, there we go. They have VT with the reflect strats on Axel 1. Axel, by the way, not easy if you have low tools, just because how quick he hits. He's the first boss in the game that you really have to watch your movement and very carefully pay attention to them on.
One thing that I think is really interesting about this qualifier is I think in A, B, and C, the difference between auto qualifying and chopping block between third and fourth was very close. If you recall, Power Forge was in fourth, right behind. Oh, good lord, I should know this. And Zero was first.
Was it Residence?
Go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. We're talking about this seed?
We're talking about Qual C. My point is, Power Forge was right behind whoever finished third. Was it City Hall? Was City Hall the one who finished third in that qual?
I think so.
Okay. Or maybe it was Silent.
In C. Okay, I can tell you in C. It was Sun Zero, Silent, and Raven.
Raisin?
Raven. CT6.
Oh, Raven
underscore.
CT6. Okay, Raven CT6. Yeah. So Raven and CT6 and Power Forge were neck and neck. We have our top 3 finishers right now, and it's been about 5 loadless minutes, and we don't have a 4th. So it's kind of the first time. I think this seed is speaking to how unconventional this seed is, with 5 on drives being bait. And it's different slightly than like a 5 in Twilight Town or something, because Twilight Town can have reports, drives cannot.
Ooh, Subpong Jazz facing off against GR2. Oh yeah, now GR2 is very rough boss, especially if you are if you're physical combat oriented. So freezing them up, magic is very good here. You can use your Blizzard to stump to lock them up, and then you can go ahead and hit them with Thunder, and that'll make them drop a lot of coins.
All right, chat, get ready. The domes are coming. I don't think we got to everybody quite yet, but we're gonna do our best to keep you up to date with everybody that's coming in. We got Natum in final fights. We got Dr. Toby in final fights. We got Panda Pyre in final fights. We got Omicron Gamma in final fights. It's
Wow.
The storm has been unleashed. It is time, my friends. Strap in. The chopping block is getting decided.
Yeah, about an hour into seeds where you see all your first visits completed, and then once you get to between hour 20 hour 30, that's where you start seeing the AGNs and the ABNs. Yeah, so we're gonna see a lot of people coming in here.
I hate that I cut away right as that happened, but Orox had the biggest smile from grin to grin. You know he's super proud of the progress he's made even in between the 2 qualifiers. You love to see it. I'm so sorry, Orox, that I cut off your moment of happiness, but we have so many races to get to, and I still don't have Dr. Toby on, which, speaking of, Dr. Toby's coming on. Sorry, I interrupted you, so I'm like, continue.
And GG's to Zat finishing.
Yep. Dr. Toby gonna come in and take Zat's place.
Yep. Absolutely.
And, alright, PG Josh, Brew, Armor Zimnus 2. Alright, so we'll see them in final fights. Or not final fights, final Zimnus actually.
That's not Zat.
I was like, what is going on? Like, that is not the duck bouncing around that I'm expecting when I see Zat.
Oh, okay. See, the thing about Axel 1, they do DM, so
I have to quickly make an announcement. Hang on, sorry, continue. I can't type properly.
No, it's okay. Axel is the first boss in the game if you're playing in story order. The first boss in the game that does have a DM phase. Normally, well, actually, not even normally. Yeah, normally you wouldn't have magic there, but yeah, when the boss DMs, they're immune to magic, they're immune to physical hits, they're immune to limits. Not much you can do there.
GG's to PG Joshua and Banjo Forever, by the way. Significant other of Geo Littler Dez is in final fights. Improving on the performance from Qual A, I believe.
Yes.
Love to see this improvement.
Yeah, back from Fresh Faces 1.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Banjo was absolutely grinding out practices this season. I don't think I had a single day go by that I didn't get a ping from Banjo asking for a race.
It's Banjo put in the work, so I really like seeing it. I can't confirm that again, there's so many people flooding in that I cannot confirm if this is actually chopping block seat, but what a deserving person to get it. Banjo, I think, pinged daily, put in the work. It reminds me a little bit of Timbo. Someone who played a crap ton of seeds, and I've seen rapid improvement. Like, look at that clear rate, 39 out of, is it 52 or 53? I forget the full number, but what a clear rate.
Yes. Yeah, 53.
What a seed is exactly right. Sorry, continue, Danimal.
No, this has been a wild seed. It's like we had nothing for so long, and then suddenly everyone just immediately just went into final fights.
I was just reading Zat's comment of "Phew, what a seed." And GG's to Natum also, who just finished.
Yeah. Oh, GG's Natum, and GG's Zat.
And I think with
you played it very well.
And I think with Toonflex replacing Natum, I think I'm proud to announce, and I'm very sorry if I'm wrong, I think we've given everybody some screen time at this point. So that's huge for a qualifier this big, that everyone got to be featured in some capacity. Apology if it's not as much as you expected. Obviously, with so many racers and so many people finishing at the same time, it's challenging.
Well, GG's to Roro for getting 42 racers some screen time here.
100%. My score was 100%. GG's to me, indeed.
The only time I'll ever tell Roro GG's.
Weatherboy John, by the way, someone who wanted to play in Fresh Faces 1 and was... No, wait! Oh my goodness, Weatherboy John missed the chest. But I think it's a GR2 check, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wow,
It is
what
GR2.
luck
Right
to
behind him.
miss
No.
those chests and not be approved.
I don't even know if did he notice it during the cutscene? Let's see if they go back. They don't know,
maybe-
so let's.
I think the reason
Yep, they're going back.
Yeah, I think I've gotten used to the Isla de Muerta 3 nobodies strat, but you can get the nobodies here, and so maybe he was just thinking that while I'm, I'm gonna come back here and defeat that gambler anyways, so may as well pick that chest up then. Makes perfect sense to me.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and actually, went out of the room. Yeah, there's almost no rhyme or reason for where exactly you appear in any given room, so yeah, it's very easy to go right back out.
We've gotten a few raids here, so raiders, there's going to be very many of you that I'm assuming are coming from the qual. Thank you so much for the raids, GG's. Congrats or sorry for the seed. Don't know how you feel about that seed, so I'll cover my bases there.
And we'll say GG to Panda Pyre as well.
GG's to Panda Pyre.
Omicron Gaming or Gamma. Man, I am really bad with reading.
Omicron Gamma and Panda Pyre are also like similar. So I mentioned earlier in Qual C that Volk and Omi are very close friends and are racing against each other. Omicron Gamma and Panda Pyre are also very close friends in that same friend group and racing against each other. And it's very what a heartwarming moment to see that they finished 8th and 9th RTA. And I'm assuming the loadless time it's going to be Panda Pyre finished 1:11:53.
Oh,
Omi finished
Omicron with the don't
1:13:04.
skip. Sorry.
Beautifully done. I know Omi did not like the seed earlier, so nicely done, Omi, for clapping back.
The one thing I will say about this C2 that really speaks to how much better Fresh Faces are to Randall than they were just 2 years ago is they think about the tools that they didn't have, right? They didn't
Right.
have Limit, they didn't have Trinity, they didn't have a lot of their limits. They had Baby Reflect, and still making the use of the tools that they do have, finding creative ways to speed things up.
Yeah, no, thank you so
Absolutely.
much for pointing that out. Like, I gotta say, no disrespect to the Fresh Faces 1 racers, but Fresh Faces 2, I'm even more impressed with how quickly people are learning. I think it's maybe Fresh Faces 1 is partially responsible for why that's the case, but like, man, I'm seeing so many people doing first and second seeds and finishing in times that would have been competitive in Fresh Faces 1 for their first or second seed.
Yeah, and I was thinking like, man, I might do good. Fresh Faces might make a deep run, but seeing some of the talent we have here, I'm not sure I'm making it out of the qualifiers.
Well, you have yet to play one, right? Are you playing both of them tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, there are some
see.
very big talents who've fallen at the first hurdle. I
Sounds
wonder
like
who.
anyone in particular you might be thinking of?
No.
Fortunately,
I'll
no.
possibly give you that idea.
Fortunately, no one yet that I can think of.
Absolutely.
No, I'll be right there with you, man. I can already feel it. My practice runs have gone way too well.
It's
They've
fine.
gone too good. I can see it now.
It just means I get more opportunities to be on commentary.
Alright, Roro, I know for me, Roro's gonna place a proof in STT, in LD, and very deep in dries just for me.
We have Windblown Leaf in final fights as well.
Windblown Leaf in final fights as well. So as soon as one person finishes... Oh, wait, no, Weatherboy John is not in final fights.
Yeah.
Windblown Leaf in final fights, okay. For those...
Panda I have seen a proof on Urns. Dude, don't tempt me with that one again. I lost that one epically.
And let's see if Banjo can get the don't skip here. Oh, never mind. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're back. Let's see if Banjo gets it.
I can't see the HP. All right, reflect. Oop. I think we didn't know which one to attack, so I like the decision not to spring into a session. Reflecting away the Can You Spare a Heart move.
Oh, very clutch.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't know the timing for Can You Spare a Heart, because he will come out of nowhere and just up and do it on you. If you're not prepared for your finger hovering over the button, listening for the audio cues, he'll catch you. Oh, and I think Banjo's gonna dome skip.
Nicely done from Banjo, securing a spot
Very
I
nice.
think in the chopping block. So if RTA is accurate, which it is not, remember we go by loadless. Right now we have 10 people who have finished, and we had 41 people join. We did have Night Owl who had internet outages. We are not counting this as a qual for her, obviously. So we had 41 entrants, which means that 21 people will either auto-advance or hit the chopping block. Let me refresh the, it's not Weatherboy John down there anymore. It's Windblown Leaf. They were Zeke Highwind last year. So Zeke Highwind actually did very well in the original qualifier, finishing, I think, 17th, and then just missed by one spot in the chopping block last year. So back with a vengeance.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Donkey Dunk. Oh. You know, usually you Riku will heal you there, but if you don't have second chance once more equipped, or Riku's just kind of busy at the moment because it is a little RNG dependent. Yeah, Final Dimness is relentless. He's the final boss after all.
If you're looking for more people to put up, Taya VT is also in final fights. Eldorak is in final fights.
All right, let's get some names on here. Let's go Thea VT. Thea VT, actually, I reached out to not too long ago for a Twitch clip, and I love the layout that you're about to see.
Very nice layout.
I'm ready. I'm excited to see it. We've seen Donkey Dunk's like a clean layout. Let's see what this one looks like.
I want to point out that Clunk is doing Pride Lands 2. Wait, Clunk is in this? I missed Clunk. Where did Clunk go on my URL? I missed somebody. No, someone finishes and we're putting Clunk on stream right away. We are getting 100% coverage. If it's the last thing I
don't
do.
let me retract my GGs. I will turn to
Clunk.
FS.
Clunk got limit form from Auto Valor and is leveling forms.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not the bait.
I don't know.
What bait?
Man.
Also,
That's really unfortunate because I'm trying to think what I would have done. I probably would have spent some time leveling these forms too.
We do have some. I just want to point out that we do have a lot more people going into go mode. Deuce, drop the Deuce is in go mode. Drax the Phoenix is in go mode, doing their first qualifier today. Eldorath is in go mode.
Subcon Jazz is as well.
And Subcon Jazz is in go mode. Thank you so much for pointing that out.
Oh.
We're going to have all of them show up, but not before Clunk, because I don't know how I managed to delete Clunk KCC off my list, but that is the next person on the list. Clunk, if you were watching this back, it was not intentional. I am so sorry.
Clunk is going for those drives.
We're one...
He's just missing that one.
Oh, very unfortunate timing for Windblown Leaf. If they had put out the reflect just a few milliseconds later. Oh no.
Happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us.
Oh, especially with how aggressive. And don't forget, you can bonk on this. It's very easy to do. On Armor Zimnus 2. I don't know why, but I don't know what the developers were thinking, but that hitbox is very specific.
GG's to Donkey Dunk.
Janky Dunk, yep. But yes, Janky Dunk coming back for a second.
I can't read.
Oh, that's an A. I thought it was an O. I apologize. If you're watching this back, Danky, I thought that was an O the whole time.
Danky.
So did I. I can't read.
Danky is good people. I'm sure he will not mind. Danky has been a friend of the stream for so long and been doing beginner tournaments.
What the hell?
Did both of the ones for Surly and both Fresh Faces. So Clunk doing drives. Look at this clear rate from Clunk. Oh my god, 40 checks.
Oh, wow.
Many
Yeah.
drives already. Many drive checks found. And we haven't even done the
Yes.
Wisdom and Master yet, so we're getting 2 additional forms for poor Clunk. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sometimes the tracker is your biggest enemy. Let me tell you, the tracker
Yes.
sometimes does you no favors. And I don't mean like the program itself. I mean the information that develops on it.
And
Oh, yeah.
GG's go to
Yeah.
Dr. Toby.
Dr.
Kind of
Toby, GG's.
Yeah.
And two
Kind of the
Lux
beautiful
also
thing-
right there.
That's Dr. Toby, Roro.
Is it?
You just got the wrong name.
I have both the holy cow, there's so much wrong on that layout. I'm so sorry, Dr. Toby. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I updated the URL, but not the player name. But let's get someone else
Yeah.
in here. I heard Subcon Jazz was in Final Fights. The Soob.
Okay.
Let's get her up on screen. Drax the
The
Phoenix and
Subcon
Eldorath are also in go mode, I've heard.
You know, I saw Subcon Jazz also grinding out practices. They don't do a lot of races, but they do stream a lot, and they do a lot of practice. So
Soob is a
happy
friend
to
of
see
the
them
KSP
finish.
Rando community for sure. I'm glad that she was able to make
Oh,
some
yeah.
time for us this year. She was there last year too. I don't know why I specified this year, but I'm glad that she made a return.
For sure. Let's see. Oh, unfortunately, it's the sea was a magnet desert, so doing 1K. Oh, it's really tough to do without at least Magnera.
I'm gonna put up Drax the Phoenix, who is also in Final Fights, and I think somebody I also managed to miss. So
Eldorath is also in Final Fight. They
Yep.
are in Armored Zonas 2.
we'll get Eldorath as soon. Where were the magnets? That's an excellent question. I don't actually.
It's
remember.
funny you should say that, because I have been still updating my
GR2
tracker.
had one, according to some.
Yes, GR2 has one.
I don't know about the other two at the moment.
I currently have 3 unknown checks, one of which is Valor Form, and the other 2 are both the other magnets,
So
one
it
of
looks
which is on
like-
levels, and both of the others are on drives.
So 2 magnets on drives. That's disgusting. Disgusting.
It could be that Valor is on drives and
I also
Magnet is
managed
on
to
levels.
miss this somehow. I am so sorry, but Deuce, someone who actually auto-qualified last year in Fresh Faces, just finished. So not even entering Final Fights. Deuce, I am so sorry I wasn't able to get your reaction in your Final Fights. Please forgive me. It's very chaotic over here. But Deuce, finishing in 13th place, RTA, the KH number.
The juice is indeed loose. And
Oh man, I just had it. Dang, I was too
RTA.
late on that. I was gonna say
Ooh.
the Deuce is my number 1.
almost saw a dome skip from Eldorath.
Not really relevant to what's going on screen, but I'm not allowed to type in my own race time. I think that's really, really funny. The DO chat did such a vigilant job of ensuring that people who aren't in the race cannot comment, that I can't comment in the race time.
You know, I do like that it's a custom room and not the default beginner one too. I thought that was pretty nice to see. Oh, Drax about the dome. Okay, with the dome skip,
Let's go, Drax! I actually...
and I think Subcon Jazz makes it too. Oh yeah, Subcon Jazz. Yeah, Jazz.
Beautiful.
Another dome skip.
Drax is actually someone who I think was doing their first seed when Comey raided them from CT5. So that's how I found out about Drax. I was like, oh, someone's doing their first seed after a huge raid. We gotta get him involved. So,
So,
GG's to Drax.
GG's to Drax, GG's to Tear VT, and to Subcon Jazz.
So many people.
Windblown Leaf has just finished Dome, as is Eldoranth. So we're going to be seeing a lot of finishes.
EEXP is in Final Fights, as is Adam
Very quickly.
Owa. So we're gonna get them on stream. Thea VT, I think, is done, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Gabriel
Indeed
J.
done.
Campos is also in Final Fights, so let's get those people on stream immediately. Sorry that the layouts are not updating automatically.
There's a lot of people finishing all at once.
Yeah.
So load list may come into play here.
Yeah, the load this time.
I
is-
I do not envy the job of the TLs right now.
Oh no. There's a-
Uki Miyoshi, thank you so much with the $10 donation. Very much appreciated. GG's on today's race.
And
He, I think,
GG's
is
to
the
both
only
women.
fresh
Oh,
face that I know of who has beaten me more frequently in Fresh Face's race than I have beaten them. So, not surprising with this very talented finish here from Uki. Maybe Bagham's. I think Bagham's actually might be up there too. Bagham's and I've only played twice, and I think he won both times. So, yeah, very, very stellar performance. Thank you for the 10th.
Oh, yeah, we got legitimate talent here on Fresh Faces too.
whilst that was going on, Windblown Leaf and Eldorado both finished, so GG's to both of those.
I keep forgetting what Gabriel's Twitch name is. Let me see if I can find it very quickly. Maybe I misspelled it. I thought I did a good job of not doing that. Gabriel J. I forgot the O. God. There we go.
What we got here?
I've also gotten word that Walpy SH's friend Flamey Phantom is in Final Fights.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you, Walpy, for getting some of your friends involved.
I think Flamey Phantom was actually wanting to do the first Fresh Faces event, but just didn't have enough time. So I'm glad that we were able to get them included here. We have 18 people who have finished. Remember that top 21 either get a chopping block or auto advance seat. So we've got 3 spots left. Let me refresh here. So it's coming down to the wire here. We got 4 people in final fights. One of them cannot qualify. So it's going to be very, very close.
It almost makes you wonder, is it better to be in a race time with a few people or a lot of people in this with these settings and with these bracket settings? I don't know how you say that. Alright, and I think Gabriel's playing on keyboard and mouse also, maybe.
I just looked over to my other screen and just see 3 hostile programs. Oh.
We got a lot of people going in for that final proof.
Yeah, I know we said it before on some of the other qualifiers, but I'm a real big fan of, if you're in a road, once you do your shotguns, once you're in a road, finish it.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And that is how I lost the quals, by finishing worlds.
Rando be Rando, man.
Rando be Rando.
Alright, what we got here from another big... Man, where were all the reflects at? Everyone seems to have baby reflect. If they ever reflect at all.
A reflect was in the Agrabah shotgun. There was one, I believe, in PR2.
Oh, okay.
And the last one is on drives and was hinted.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why
actually, yeah, they were both hinted. The PR and the drives. At the very least, it was Babbo, so it may be deeper. I'm not sure how deep it was.
Okay, see if Adam, Gabriel, or XV are able to don't skip here. Oh, Adam going into limit. Okay. So he used auto limit there. Very, very good strategy. You know, you don't see a lot of auto forms on beginner settings just because of how hard it is.
Absolutely. I've seen plenty of them using it.
Yeah, unfortunately, couldn't stun him long enough. Alright, takes the dome here. And let's see. Okay, Gabriel's got Reflera, it looks like, so I have a little bit of an easier time with Final Zim here, with the don't skip. Yep, right here, we'll see what happens. And goes into session, I think... Oh... No, oh, unfortunately, It was a clone.
And I managed to miss this, but JJH Rogers DJ also finished just now from the UK. GG's to JJH Rogers DJ. So only 2 people on stream here can make it. Now I think Adam Owa already secured a chopping block spot. Was just barely in there.
At the looks of it, though, JJH Rogers may not.
Oh, that's right. The loadless
May actually be got by loadless here because it looks like yes, we have 3 with lower loadless about to finish.
We've got another. Alright, Gabriel on Dome. Yeah, I think my thought process on if I get Dome, if I take intentional death or not, is going to be, was the Dome just because I had low tools, and also was I just grinding out just to even get here?
Let's see if we can get some other people who are on their way. We've got. Oh my god, so many people in final fights.
There are so many in final fights right now.
I might even have to, get some of the ones we have here off of screen just because we have so many people going into final fights. So I hope that the people who haven't quite finished but are very close to finishing will not mind.
We have Lardipan on AX1. We've got Clunk in Engine Core.
Mirage IW, Seijaza, and Mokonasa Kaidono.
Mirage is another one.
Are all in final fights here.
You've got 2 spaces on stream, by the way.
Say
3 now. You got 3. You can get. Oh, you're just changing. Okay, never mind.
I'm changing all 4 because we have somewhere in the vicinity of 5 to 10 people in final fights right now. Oh right, 1-4, 1-3. I think is Seijaza's numbers, right? Let's try that. See if that works. And Gabriel J. Campos coming in 22nd with a loadless of 128.34, but a lower loadless than Adam Owa. I don't think Adam Owa is going to lose any sleep over it, though, because he's already got a chopping block space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fact that we just hit the cutoff, right, and look how many people we have in final fights, that just shows how competitive it is.
Right.
I mean, at that point, it just comes down to who just got lucky and decided to dip into a certain road over the other.
Absolutely.
Oh man, so excited seeing so many people in final fights all at once.
The finishes are coming thick and fast at this point.
Okay. What? Alright, 42. When is 40? Is this the largest race time we've had so far?
No,
it isn't.
We had 50 people. We had 53 at the start of Qualifier B. I think by the time we had the 4 start, we lost 4 people, so 49 people in Qualifier B. So this one's slightly smaller, but not by much.
Yeah, and I wonder what Saturday. I thought Saturdays would be the most packed.
I mean, we'll see. There's still time, right? So,
yeah.
Qualifier B currently has the highest seeding. So right now, Mr. Turix is our number 1 seed for winning Qualifier B, if I'm not mistaken.
And GG to Flamey Phantom.
Indeed, GG to Flamey Phantom. I do want to quickly point out that the TOs have informed me that it looked like you could see Flamey Phantom's chat, so you might think that he was able to see chat, but all of those messages were from ATO Megaslim to try to resolve an issue. So as far as we are aware, Flamey Phantom was just trying to fix an issue, not reading chat for spoilers. Just want to make that abundantly
Okay.
clear.
Oh. Okay, good.
And it looks like Clunk is going to be finishing very shortly too.
There we go, Lardy Pond. Let's get Clunk back on screen.
You're gonna have to be quick.
I'm trying! Let's go.
Come on.
Clunk's just got domed!
I demand to see Clunk. We want Clunk.
And Chaos Control Channel just finished as well.
Clunk was so close to getting a dome skip there.
Very close. Okay, I can see behind. Yeah, that's Clunk. Oh, let's see if they... No. Okay, no, they're doing Dome. Okay. So, fun fact about Dome. So, when we first played this back in 06, right? We're both all young kids. We get to this, we see X and Triangle, and we're mashing furiously on it. Turns out, you don't have to mash as fast as you think you do. You can do a nice gentle, what I call a nice brisk between X and Triangle. Or whatever those corresponding buttons are for you. So that's something I was pleasantly surprised to learn from doing Rando. Because up until then, I'm turning my controller sideways. I'm trying all kinds of different strategies. Oh, I think does Segeza, do they have Berserk on?
Maybe.
And GG's go to Clunk.
Yeah, they had a few hits on them, and I didn't. Had quite a few, and they didn't seem to be able to do a finishing hit, or maybe just a lot of combo pluses. Okay, good. Well, it doesn't matter now. Past them.
So I've got some interesting news, not necessarily someone doing Final Fights. It appears that Bioroxis did not read the rule that you cannot climb the world that never was, and is climbing the world that never was. So I've been told to put him up for the content, so I will do exactly that. Also, sorry, that was Clunk in the top left corner there. GG's to Clunk. I'm trying to keep up as best I can.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to level final.
I think that Bio actually just DM'd me, so I think that we might be seeing him leave the world that never was, but no, doing Zigbar. You know what? For the content. For the
I want to
content.
see this. I want to play-by-play Zigbar. Okay.
I wasn't expecting to see Zigbar quite yet, but here we go.
Okay. You do some final fire strats.
Oh my God,
alright, it's a good strat.
Wait, he did a finishing plus. Are we seeing... Is this DM skip? Or what's the word I'm looking for? What's the
Action loop?
action loop? There
Action
we go.
loop.
I think he had action loop here.
Yeah, action loop. So once once you knock
limit put him back in action in the DM.
Once you knock him out of his room transition, you hit him and you do at least one finisher, 2 for safety, and he'll always respawn back with three shots at you. So you dodge those 3, get another combo, try to get 2 finishers if you can on him, and he will do that the entire way down. They were not an easy fight, by the way.
No, not at all. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Flash Sam is also in go mode, as I've been told.
GG's go to. I am so sorry that I will end up butchering this name to Moko. Moko. Just go with Moko.
Yeah, with Moko.
It's not worth butchering it.
Mokonasa Kaidono. Mokonasa Kaidono. I hope I'm right.
Thank you. What row is that?
That was harder than Veloa Lopus.
Okay, so he heals. Okay, he's going to. Oh, I thought he was doing Berserk Hori strats. I think he might be actually. No, he's doing final. Okay, so you can also loop him in final if you have a finishing plus. You do your first finisher, and while he's kind of spinning around, you do either a magnet or a fire and go right back to him. And you can stall him there. And as long as you're quick enough, you can keep him there as long as you're in final.
If you're looking for someone else, Monster Mash is also in final.
That's exactly who I've got up there. I just need to refresh the overlay, and there you go.
I'm way too excited about this Zigbar push. Okay, let's see if you get.
Yeah.
Oh no. I wonder if he's just trying to level 5 or... Man, that's real unfortunate. Oh, yeah, because they got all 3 perks with no promise charm. Oh no. I really hope they see, I don't know if Roxas, or if, Rover or the TO's gonna message them. I hope they see it.
I have already DM'd BioRoxas that it is a requirement to. I hope that Bio had at least some fun and maybe considers joining a second. I think that Bio was in a similar boat as regular Pat, where this was like the allocated time they had for Qualifier D. I see the alt tab, so I think Bio is reading the chat.
Yeah.
Let me
you know what? They might have also saw that 21 people finish and figured, why not? That's also a possibility.
Just reminding him that even though that it wasn't in the rules, it was super fun to watch. I just wanted him to make sure that he feels welcome and accepted. Please do not, berate anyone for accidentally forgetting the rules. It happens to the best of us. And we got some content out of it. We almost
Let them know how
got
excited I was. Yeah, let them know how excited I was for that. Oh, he doesn't know he needs promise charm. No.
It's all good. He'll find it. I believe.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah.
Look at that smile.
I think
Look at that VTuber smile.
There we go.
You love to see it. We'll check back in with BioRoxas, but for now, let's put on someone else who is currently in Final Fights, Nerdy Disaster Fluffle. It is a very cool VTuber model for BioRoxas. I agree. I really like it. Big fan. It fits the username, too.
Oh, we got Monster back on screen. Oh, and he's fortunately, in Crit, this is very scary because you have so little health, but fortunately with Beginner, you have a lot of HP to spare. So, yeah, you want to run up about 3-ish steps maybe 4, and then, yeah, you're going to shoot some lasers out at him, and that should keep him away.
And
actually, if his HP is low enough, you might actually be able to don't skip here. Let's see what his HP is like. Oh, okay. Goes in session.
GG's
Don't think it's yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna get Bell up in place of Sage.
And Toon Flux is also in engine core right now.
Oh, we got so many people finishing. Toon Flux will. Who's closest to finishing? Is it Bell? Oh no, Bell. Well, Bell's on Final Fight.
Bell.
Bell and Monster Mash are very close.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you got dancing. Oh no, it's really important. You get hit during this whole I don't know what that is, his dance or his reaction phase. Yeah, unfortunately it's not really much you can do. Even if you have a what's that called where you can recover from being in the air? Aerial recovery.
Yes.
Even if you have an aerial recovery, it is very hard to get out of that once you've been hit.
Final Zemnis, I tell you, he's a jerk.
It's like, man, that's why he's the final boss. There we go. All right. This whole monster is going to do pretty much the entire final Zemnis fight here. All right. Get some reflects off. Yeah, it's really hard to reflect each and every one of them. You gotta be early on a couple of them if you want to get them all. Okay. Okay, Fletch with the Flare here, so we'll see how far they can get down Final Zem. Yeah, so for Final Zem at the beginning, you can get him immediately to his laser phase. It's not easy. You got to be either close to or at the ceiling, and then you have to during his whole dance, when he's throwing you up in the air, you gotta kind of hit the reflect at the right time. Now there is a there is a strategy to it. There's a couple of things you can do there. If you don't know the optimal way, you can also hit reflect twice and then do a reversal command. If not optimal, you'll waste a couple more reflects, but that will also work.
Alternatively,
also-
you can do what I do and just mash reflect.
You
I'm
could
sorry,
do that as well.
I'm sorry I've been so silent. My heart is just beating so hard for Belle right now. I'm just looking at this, and this is just like I'm seeing so many unfortunate events happen. Like she's not doing anything wrong. It's just, I'm like speechless.
Yeah.
Oh, she hit. Oh,
This-
oh, thank God, he healed her right before. Can you
Yeah.
spare a heart? That would have been an instant death.
This very much reminds me of the fun I had with Finals Emnus in one of the quals. It was not good. That's all I will say.
No.
They're doing a better job than I did.
There we go. She's got the rhythm down now.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Can you spare a heart? You get the rhythm down. It's not too bad to get through.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Yeah, he can hit you with your
Commentator's
shield. Oh no, what have I done?
No, what have I done? Not you.
What has Sunlight done?
Blame me. Blame me.
Oh no, okay. Well,
Alright, let's get someone else instead of Monster Mash. GG to
Alright.
Monster Mash.
GG.
Toonflux is
I'm
in the
happy to see
final
Monster back. He was out of the random formal for an entire year. Came back for this.
Yeah, Monster Mash has done so much in their schedule to try to, join both Fresh Faces 1 and Fresh Faces 2. He's been a good friend of the stream. I know, Danimal, he's also been a big supporter of you in particular. So he's just a cool stand-up dude who, just wants to support the cause. GG's to Monster Mash.
Absolutely. GG's.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Jumped over it. That's actually pretty nice. Oh yeah, those vines, I'll tell you, that's my the bane of my existence is Final Zim's vines. I don't know why. I've played this game on and off since 2006. I just cannot get the timing for those vines down. I just can't do it.
It's not easy. Learning Rando in general isn't easy, so I've got to give credit to all of these fresh faces for all the effort that they've put in to learn this.
You know what I'm impressed with? Not even just the effort to learn the randomizer, the effort to install it. I do want to give a massive shout out to the developers who have made it easier than ever before, but despite that, it is still a challenging process and kind of overwhelming to do on your own. So the fact that we got this many people who were able to do it's just so exciting.
And say GG's to Weatherboy John, who finished, unfortunately not on stream, but we missed
Weatherboy
it.
John, GG's, I'm so sorry for not catching your finish, but we did get Weatherboy John on stream at some point. So I think at this point we have 100% coverage. I will point that out.
GG's to Flash.
Wouldn't you like to see Weatherboy?
Oh no.
Let's get Rustwalker back in place of Flash AM, shall we?
Speaking of developers, yes, they have made it a lot easier. I remember when I first got into Randall, it was a couple years ago, and I had to go through. Oh, man, that was when PC was just coming out, and you had to search online. You had to hopefully find an updated YouTube video that showed you how to install it all and run it. So the fact that it now has its own website, it has GIFs on there, and really big shout out to Alios and everyone else who hangs out in the help channel.
Yes.
Oh.
It's such a beautiful community we've fostered. Everyone plays an important part, and you're seeing one facet of it in front of you. There's multiple facets, but it's just what a great culmination of people.
I mean, Absolutely. I've had some odd issues and very, very, very dumb questions that Alias was more than patient with me on. It never made me feel bad. Very good community. Everyone here is, I've never had a bad interaction in Randall yet.
I want to point out Rustwalker doing some banger content, Ground Shaker.
Oh,
Going for that-
yes.
We have
Going
seen,
for that genie.
I was told actually that quite a few people did Ground Shaker, but I wasn't able to capture
Yes.
the fights on stream. But now we finally get it happening with Rustwalker.
Yes.
And
Ground
also,
Shaker.
I finally have a complete tracker. Thanks to Nerdy.
GG's to Sunlight here on completing its tracker.
Finally found out that Valiform is indeed on levels.
You know,
Which
Ground
means-
Shaker.
Double magneton drives.
Oh my god.
Oh no. You know, Ground Shaker, very tough boss. There is a berserk charge strat you can do on there, but I mean, if you don't have one of those, it's just time. I mean, at best, it's a huge time commitment. So,
Absolutely.
GG's for Russ for going ahead and saying, you know what, I got
Doing it.
the stats for it. Let's do it. You and me, Ground Shaker, mono e mono.
To quickly,
Another person we miss. GG's to Barely New Gamer.
I was about to say that. Thank you so much for covering that, Sunlight. Barely New Gamer, Fresh Faces 1 Asyncer finishing. And the other thing I wanted to say is to the unaware of what Danimal was talking about. There's a strategy where in the very start of the fight, when you finally get when you finally get Ground Shaker, there we go, to basically come down and the eyes are accessible. If you have Berserk Charge on, you can jump, attack, and mash square, and the health bar can actually just melt. And so that's the strategy that is common among the regulars. But that being said, this fight is terrible in my opinion. Like if you
Absolutely.
don't know that cheese, this fight is so unintuitive, and Rustwalker is probably exemplifying exactly what I would do on my first playthrough, except 10 times better, because there's no way I got through this without dying.
Oh, even if you know that she's getting the last hit on them, there's a whole nother strat you have to do to get up there.
Exactly.
To get the timing right.
Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, barrier to entry for sure.
Oh
And
yeah,
we'll
it's
say
not easy.
GG's again to Bell and to Nerdy Disaster Fluffle for finishing.
So I think we're getting to our final people. Let's get Coxico, friend of the stream and friend of Waffles as well from across the universe. Let's get Coxico up on there.
Looks like Coxie is about to get their final proof
Let's
from
go.
Hostile Program.
And then last but certainly not least, BioRoxas will be here soon. Did Bell finish? Or did Bell crash?
Bell has finished. Bell has finished.
Okay, so we are
Team
down to our
Flux
last
is
4
finished.
races. So let's get BioRoxas, the homie, back up here, who gave us Zigbar content.
So we are down to 4.
Oh man, I just love seeing tower climb. Accidental tower climbs, I love seeing it. Oh, are we gonna get a Hydra's back?
Well, let's
see if we get a Hydra's back.
Hydra's back?
Come on. Oh no.
No, Hydra's back.
Oh no.
And we're gonna get last but not least Kenshiro also up there for.
Well, come on.
Toonflux, who has just finished. GG's to Toonflux, who joined very last minute, by the way. Just want to say GG's to Toonflux.
Yeah, see if BioRock's ops to level. Oh no, they don't have Master yet. No, they do have Master. Wait a minute, I can't. No, they don't have Master. They don't have any drives yet. Oh.
And Rustwalker
Okay.
in Go mode, by the way. Rustwalker just got that proof on Hostile Program. Go, 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 go. Both
Go,
Toxico
Stickman
and
Champ.
Rustwalker in Go mode at roughly the same load list. Very close race between the two of them.
It's gonna be who has I lost all my words. I apologize for everyone listening.
No, it's okay. Please continue.
So he has the
Well,
more
that's a
optimal
hard one.
gameplay.
My heart hurts.
What's
for... Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I think we're all talking at the same time. I was saying I'd like seeing the Stickman Sham mod. You saw a lot of that during, I think, CT5 we saw a lot of it. We haven't seen as much of it lately, so it's nice to see it back again.
Listen, the cosmetic mods the community has built, it's incredible. We have, I know Sean has a lot of really, really creative mods out there, like organization members with 100 Acre Wood characters on there and Atlantica characters on there. There's also summons with 100 Acre Wood characters. It's just wild stuff that the community creates, I'm telling you.
And you'll see all of them with me.
And I say that with all the love in the world, not wild in a bad way. Just random is the better word of putting it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. It's what makes the random community so special. I mean, it makes it so much more fun too.
Absolutely, 100%. The modding community, seeing like a big fusion of modding communities in the KH2 Rando is great. Like, I think that's one reason I'm very excited we were able to get Dallin on the stream, because I know he does a lot of modding, and it was great to have him in the flesh on stream. It was great. If you two don't mind, I'd like to quickly say something about the two people not in final fights, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's good.
I just want to say my heart goes out to Kenshiro, because Kenshiro is unfortunately in possession of all 5 drives, and there were 5 checks on drives which cannot be reported. So I think Kenshiro is doing something that I have been an advocate for in my streams when I play Fresh Faces 2, is to push those drives. So I think Kenshiro is playing beautifully, and I know Kenshiro also played earlier in Qual C. Despite, I think the result was that they didn't qualify, I do want to make it clear, Kenshiro played great. Bait is a real curse, and I'm not sure if Kenshiro realizes that killing the nobodies doesn't level up the wisdom, but I do still respect the play of leveling up the drives. And Bio got set up today, so again, I'm so grateful that he was able to find the time, even if he may have not, missed the rule about not being able to climb tower. First of all, he gave us content. The content is important, so big thank you to BioRoxas for taking the time out of his day to join this qualifier. I'm not sure if he has enough time for a second, but Bio, if you're watching this back, we would love to have you. It's a huge honor to have KH content creators give the randomizer a shot. I know that it's very difficult to, especially when KH content creation is your job, it's very difficult to say, I'm going to take a chunk out of my day to actually do this. So we do really, really appreciate all of you KH content creators out there that gave us a shot. I think there are 7 of you out there. Your contributions are not overlooked. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, one thing that I just saw while you're going, I saw BioRoxas do. He was fighting Past Pete. Those of you that don't know, when Past Pete hits the ground, he is a nightmare to deal with, and BioRoxas is able to prevent him just kind of running around like that. So, very good play there. And with the Blizzard strats, which Blizzard strats are good here because you got a lot of enemies just flying around every which way.
And unfortunately, as we can see here, Kenshiro has forfeited, and I think in a very similar way to the first seed. But I do want to point out, Kenshiro, if you are watching, very well played, my friend. That was these seeds have not been kind, and the nature of Fresh Faces is sometimes that just rando be rando, and the luck is not on your side. Sunlight, I think that you'll echo that sentiment with me. As someone who has played, I think, very well in all 4 qualifiers, I think that you played very well. I think you can resonate with Kenshiro that sometimes good play gets punished.
Yes, and you do say all 4 because this also happened to me in Fresh Faces 1, where I missed out on auto qualifying for top 32 by, I think it was about 30 seconds.
Both you
and then
down.
I came almost last in chopping block.
Oh yeah, chopping block. You know what? Because again, it's one of the things. The beauty of Fresh Faces settings too is it levels the playing field. But also, I mean, that chopping block for Fresh Faces 1, that's one of the best KH I'd ever played, and just Curse of the Ones. Where do you go? I'm pushing every which world, and it was the last one.
With your permission, I'm not sure if this will work, but I think I know we had some technical difficulties, but I believe that we actually have a German restream with commentators today, so I'm hoping they're still live. I know they're watching this stream. Let's see if it refreshes and they actually have people going right now. I'm not 100% sure. They do! Speed Gaming Deutsch! Actually, Speed Gaming Deutsch has 2 fresh faces on comms right now. A-Brink and C3PO have generously donated their time to commentate in German over the restream that we have. So hopefully they feel some pride in getting the representation on our restream as well. Thank you so much to Speed Gaming Deutsch, Fiesel, Sigma, and then our commentators A-Brink and C3PO for making this happen. Huge that we're getting the rando in non-English speaking communities.
And also a huge thank you to those, because it's 2 a.m. in Germany right now.
It is.
So
yeah, thank you for pointing that out. The time zone difference is real.
Yeah.
That's my favorite addition of Fresh Faces this year, is the international representation we have, to the point where you have restreams in Portuguese, in German, in I think Spanish too, right?
Spanish Speedruns
And in
Espanol is
French.
probably live. Speedruns Espanol, of course, run by Capitan Bublo, at least for the KH side of things, and Chemi Goku and Hypodeck, who I think if you recognize the names Hypodeck and Capitan Bublo, the reason you recognize them, they played in League 2023. Both very talented players who also help with Spanish restreams. So very grateful that we were able to get in contact with them.
For sure. And thank you, Roro, for doing all that hard work. I mean, you worked the better part of the year to get this together, and it shows.
It's not just me. The thing is like I'm giving myself credit. I worked very hard, but so did the entire team. If you actually hit command website
Absolutely.
and go to the credits scene, I tried my best to get the credit that's deserved in the credits tab. If you actually go to the nav bar at the top there, I think we're up to like the KH2 or the Fresh Faces organization server is like over 50 people at this point. So it took a village to make this happen. So please give them all Twitch follows, because I think I've linked their Twitch channels all appropriately in the credits.
Oh, for sure. Speed Gaming Deutsch. Okay. I also think it's great, Speed Gaming Deutsch, watching us, watching them, watching us, watching them. Alright. Oh, BioRoxes, I think through the window fights. Oh yeah, nope, they cleared out. Okay.
Cleared out DC, so we're running out of checks for BioRoxis, but still
Got the money
still
out.
4 on drive. So, oh wait, which one are we missing? We're missing Promise Charm, which was
Port Royal.
Was it? Where? Oh, it was
It is
right
indeed,
before
it's
Barbosa.
just before
so there we
Barbosa.
go. BioRoxis about to be
Yeah.
in go mode.
Alright, oh, got my fingers crossed, hope they stay here.
BioRoxis is paused. Let me double check.
You did indeed start with Magnet Burst. It was in the GOA.
Oh, okay. But the BioRoxis, what's that, Avatar, taking a bit of a nap here. Get your rest in, very important, love to see it.
I don't think anyone actually found either of the magnets on drive, so we don't know how deep they were in the end.
That's true. It might be, oh my goodness, are they on 7th?
Yeah, if
Where's my Roro ellipses at?
I will say, if the most accessible magnet was GR2, that's awful.
Certified Roro banger.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's crazy like how you don't realize how much you actually use Magna until you don't have one.
So both Coxie and Rustwalker here in final fights. Let's see if I also want to see if maybe we can experiment with Speed Gaming Francais. I think we might have Bravi to know on comms in Speed Gaming Francais. I haven't been able to keep as much tabs on.
Probably.
Yeah, we have I think exclusively Fresh Faces doing French commentary. We have Sun Zero, Bravi, and Epsilon holding down the fort for that commentary. So it looks like Speed Gaming Francais might be, maybe they didn't have the commentators, so they didn't have it tonight. But let's see if Speedruns Espanol is still live. I think they actually do their commentary in our server. Looks like
Bravi, by the way, very prevalent in the rando community. Always posting their play-by-play too.
Yep, and Bravi is also, I think,
cool to see them
responsible
grow.
for the hooded mod, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, yeah, I think they are. Yeah, that was because that's their little avatar thing. Oh, unfortunate for Rust. Didn't reflect it just a tiny bit too early. It's hard to get the timing for that down. Basically, I mean, my strategy is just to spam reflect all the way through it.
And we do have some incoming news from one of our lovely TOs, Hale, of where those magnets were.
Oh no, where were they?
Final 6 and Master 6.
That's
Oh,
disgusting.
no.
Put it back. That's disgusting.
Roro ellipsis, no!
I'm just trying to think in any other format. Imagine having that. Like, imagine on a crit tourney having both those magnets that deep. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Oh my god.
I'm gonna be sick.
I am sick. GG's to Coxie, by the
awful.
way. GG's to Coxico defeating Final Zemnis. Rust Walker not too far behind.
GG's. Alright, the bio. Okay, so fun thing you can do here. When you get ambushed, you can actually go out, come back in, and then re-go to where you wanted to, and you can skip those fights. First visit, if you have as long as you have the stats for it, I think it's fast. It's tough because it's a bit faster to do the fight in first visit, but second visit, it is actually always faster just to go back into the cabin and come back out. Ooh. Oh yeah, and these pirates very difficult to deal with because you have. It's one of the few times in cakes too that you have like field hazards because they're immune in the shadows.
Just want to quickly
Oh,
point
is that a
out
donation?
that was a donation from Dark, I believe of $10. Let me double check that was the case. Thank you so much for the follow, whoever that was as well. Sorry, I haven't been responding. Lori Gion. Thank you so much for the follow. And Dark donating $10 as well. Thank you so much, Dark, for all of your work towards Fresh Faces and that incredibly generous donation. For those unaware, if you donate at least $1, which I believe is the minimum that Tiltify allows, you are eligible for a giveaway for a copy of KH 1.5, 2.5 on PC, courtesy of Square Enix themselves. You see that rotating top right widget in the bottom right corner of your screen. Square Enix is there because they are actually an official sponsor of this event. So we, I think, have given away 3 copies at this point. Right, we're on the 4th qualifier, so we will be giving away our 4th copy of 30. Yes, you heard me right. Square Enix gave 30 copies of Kingdom Hearts on PC away for all of our potential donors. So please, please consider donating. All funds go to Project Hope for Ukraine. Incredible stuff. Now, Rust Walker actually told me in DMs that, wait, is that, hang on, is that Rust Walker using the overlay in their stream, or is that, I think that might be...
Are they? I think they are.
That might be the case. I'm not sure if that's me.
Oh, Ali 17 CR7, nice.
So Rust Walker actually told me that this fight is the bane of his oh my god, I can't speak, of his existence. So I hope he's able to show this man who's boss. It's Rust Walker, not Final Sam.
Alright. Eyes in laser phase. I'll see. Now you can knock Zemnis out of lasers, but it's not easy to pull off. You gotta be real fast with it.
Absolutely. Blocking the lasers, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, what's our next plan of attack here?
You know, you see someone reflect spam, it's actually very almost refreshing to see someone just mono. Keyblade, my Keyblade versus your lightsabers. Alright.
And
Should
by
have
the way,
plenty of health to get
Bioraxis in the
through.
bottom right corner is in go mode. I'm keeping them minimized just for a bit while Rust Walker finishes Final Zemnis. Trying to run away from Final Zemnis, and maybe actually this curvature kind of works because he got bumped into Sora. Very well done.
Yeah, so I've never seen that before, but that works well. I guess you can go in a circle. Oh, that does work because it's going to be almost predetermined based on where you currently are, where the clone appears at. So if you go in a circle, he'll end up being right beside you instead of in front of you.
Not the vines again. All right, at least we're getting some reflect damage off. Oh, Riku, come in with the heal. No, Riku.
Oh.
You
have one job, Riku. One job.
Riku almost made me say an expletive. Riku! What's wrong with you, buddy?
I thought we were friends, Riku. He hangs out with the king for 2 days and suddenly he's too good to heal you. Friendship with Sora ended. Come on, Riku, anytime. Oh man, that's very unfortunate. Yeah, and then on the on the move, this should be said, on the move to 60 frames per second, this whole thing here got a lot harder to do. Hit the reversals on. So it is very easy to drop a couple. And it's nothing like you do wrong, it's just when they moved it from 30 to 60 frames per second, it became a lot more difficult. In fact, I know on the data version of it, they say to just go into session when that happens. Like, it's not even worth it trying to hit your reversals.
Chat,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, get some damage on them during the dance phase.
I do want to say, chat, I expect nothing but a wave. Well, Orox44, thank you so much for the $10 donation towards Project Hope. Chat, I want to see a wave of claps for Rustwalker and BioRoxas when they inevitably finish. Incredible performance from both of them. I think it's they both kind of joined just to participate. I think both of them kind of expressed to me that they didn't have any intention of qualifying. They just wanted to show up to support. So I want to see a wave of claps showing that support right back to them.
Well, yes, you got the Walk from Down Under, and you got BioRoxas. It's crazy how many content creators joined this season.
It's an honor.
It's
we were
amazing.
only able to get Nobody Daxian last year, and that's not a slight at Nobody Daxian. He paid so many dividends. Was an absolute blast to have in Fresh Faces 1. But I'm glad that we were able to expand our reach to, I believe we got 7 content creators this time around. So
Yeah, I think Nobody Daxian, his videos on the rando got a few people into it.
it's how we found Key of Time, and actually that's how we found Neosai as well. So 2 people from that video, and Raven CT6 actually, who is an auto qualifier, joined FF2 because of that video. Wait, Riku! How is Riku throwing here? That's not even something that Russ can control. That's not fair.
Oh, Riku, why Riku? Yeah, so Riku will heal you when your health is low, but it is very RNG on when exactly he'll do it. You think Donald is bad at healing you? Oh, no. Riku will take his sweet time.
The thing is, he usually doesn't, but like I'm noticing that like he has full MP and does nothing. Why?
I think he can heal you even without MP, can't he?
I don't know. I usually just rely on him to do his job, and he's not. And poor Rustwalker is just trying to do his best with an AI that's going against him. Nicely done with that explosion damage.
Yeah. Riku, it's hard. I think Riku has like a second chance once more kind of thing going on too. Because outside of, I don't know, can Riku get knocked out outside of Dome or Spare a Heart?
I don't think so. I've never seen that happen.
I don't think Riku can technically die, like the stars around his head, if that's what you're asking. All right, we're in laser
knocked
phase,
out.
please. Nice block.
Oh, nice.
I will say that Rustwalker actually jogged my memory about something I also didn't know. So I also didn't know that those 3, like, you know those like 1, 2, 3 lasers that show up? I didn't know that reflecting them damages him, because like Xemnas isn't on screen when that's happening. So it took
Wait,
watching
you
someone
didn't know
else
that?
for me to recognize that that actually does reflect damage.
You didn't know that, Roro?
Well, I didn't know that when I first started.
Oh, okay.
No, I really hope I know it now. I mean,
It's about to
it's
say.
been 3 years. It's I would really hope after 3 years I might know something. Although we say that as if I didn't know that you actually gain your drive back faster when you're out of MP. I learned that out the hard way when I lost to Raiden in King of the Crown 2. So listen, there's always stuff to learn 3 years later.
Absolutely.
There's so much. I mean, with the stress that they learn now, I mean, even when you learn something, you gotta practice it. It is not easy to do. And this game is very well programmed. The mechanics go so deep. I mean, you gotta play I mean, you gotta put, I don't know how many hours and what the numbers are to put in this in order to just really get good at it.
Biorox is on
I'm also going to
AX2.
replace Toxico with Speed Gaming Deutsch so we can see all of our restreams here. I'm not sure if they're still live, but we'll pray. They are still live. Let's go.
Okay?
I want a wall of claps and a wall of donations for both Rustwalker and Bioroxis here.
We're gonna start just getting iterations now.
Oh, Rust is very close.
No!
Oh no!
What are these vines?
Oh,
Oh, not the vines.
Ah.
I hate the vines. That's my least favorite move in the game.
Come on, we got this. I believe.
Oh, and vines are so bad because even if you listen out for vines, it's probably too late.
Final Xemnas is very tough, so I'm gonna give credit
No limit form
to the
either.
perseverance.
That limit form would have helped Rustwalker here tremendously.
Hiding on
Yes.
Valor 3.
It's disgusting.
With Valor being on a late level.
I'm gonna have to owe some personal DM apologies for this scene. I just know it.
Oh, yes.
That 5 drives is the 5 drives bait. It would be one thing if it was 5 drives with a proof. No, it's 5 drives bait.
Yeah.
And just disgusting.
Very unfortunate.
I just wanted to roll one
No,
seed where everyone could have a good time. That's too much to ask for.
It's a much. Yeah, and there's a proof on drives, and I think like the top 20, you see a whole different field.
Amber F4 donated $42. The answer to everything. Thank you so much to Amber for that incredibly generous donation. 42 is the best number, so here is $1 for each entrant in this qualifier. How generous and creative. Amber, thank you so much. And also Aurox with the message Roro ... less than 3. So, beautiful messages from both of them.
You see Biorox is now
Maybe.
on Final Xemnas as well.
Alright. It's like, yep, they're doing two reversals reflect, and then reflect that vine at the end.
Alright. I think Rustwalker is learning about Session.
Okay.
I don't think
Wait a
I've
minute,
seen
Ah.
Rustwalker do this yet. This is beautiful. What
I think this puts him in dome phase at the end of this.
if he clips him, yes, I think so. I love moments like this where someone's like, "Oh, let's try this," and it's just like it's gonna
Yeah.
be. I don't see
See.
the health bar, but I'm hoping that it got clipped. Yes, let's
It's-
go!
Yes!
Nicely
Oh,
done.
nice.
Claps for Rustwalker.
Mash those buttons. Mash, mash, mash.
Beautifully done.
Forget everything I was saying earlier. Just mash.
I
Let's
love.
do the monster mash.
I love that he took that second to just look through his menu and it's like, what can I do differently here? He opened the limit menu, saw the session, and used it. What a beautiful moment to capture live.
Hmm.
Sorry if I gained my mic.
You're fine.
Okay. Oh man, the session dome seems to take forever once you're at the end. Oh, there we go. They're through it.
And then
And
Biorox
Biorox
is
is
right
also
behind
into the
Rustwalker. Get that wall of claps ready. Get those donos ready. What a beautiful finish to this qualifier.
Oh man. You like seeing someone just, grind out a boss over and over, and then finally you just, you get right past them. Feels so good. All right. Man, where did the loot? Oh yeah, Biorox is at a higher level list anyways.
Littler Dez, by the way, with a donation of $15.01.
Oh.
With a message of, "Let the anarchy begin." What a beautiful, wow, what a quote.
Hey, James, what?
GG's to Rust. Barely New Gamer with the $10 donation. Thank you so much. Rust Walker, I hope you watch this back and recognize we're so proud of you. I know that Qualifier B was devastating when we had to start without you because we had a forced start. I know that that was very tough for you. I really appreciate you collecting yourself and joining us for Qual D and finishing this seed. What a lad. And BioRoxas, not too far behind. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, a huge congratulations to all our runners, not just in this qualifier, but on all of the 4 qualifiers so far, and those who will be competing tomorrow, because the perseverance has paid off.
Absolutely. I do want to point out that I don't know the exact number because we haven't calculated. And GG's to BioRoxas. Let's go. Get that wall of claps ready. Get those donations ready. I'm ready to close out Qual D with a bang. Friday night.
Oh, that was so
Friday
great.
night rando.
Such a great call.
I tried to go for a Saturday Night Live type thing. I guess it kind of works, but it's not Saturday.
I mean,
Saturday
it
Night
is for me.
Rando. We'll have that too. Don't get me wrong.
Was it live? We're live from Ann Arbor. It's Friday night rando.
I mean, I've been here long enough. It's now Saturday for me, so.
And it is nighttime, so Saturday Night Live in the EU.
Exactly.
It's Fresh Faces to Qualifier D.
Well, since it's already Saturday, I expect you to tell me what's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, not this.
I'm predicting some very interesting seeds.
So just a
That
reminder.
may involve some proofs.
So just
and maybe a heartless. Just one.
So just to recap everything, congratulations to Uki Miyoshi, Bagums, and Russian Assassin for auto-qualifying to the top 32. As far as I am aware from here, we'll have to double-check and confirm that on our back end. Please give us an hour after this stream is over to confirm that that is the case. What a stacked race this was. I think that anyone was deserving of the chopping block here. Wild seed, given the 5 drives, I think. I hope commentators agree with that.
Oh, it was wild. Yeah, I was so worried about that because it's not a drive. It's not a proof on drives. I mean, it's your whole strategy's just out the window.
I want to definitely say some stuff, but before I do, I want to say that this particular commentary group means a lot to me because these are people who have supported Fresh Faces since its inception, so it's been an honor to have them both here. I want to give them a chance to tell you about who they are, where you can find them. Let's go alphabetically. Danimal, why don't you start?
The Animal for life. You'll catch me around the Discord. I'll be in both qualifiers tomorrow. You can find me on Twitch. The Animal for life. You can also find me at 5794 Fisher Drive.
Sunlight?
Yeah, there's not really much to say. You can find me occasionally streaming. It will become a bit more common for me at twitch.tv/sunlight. I'm also very active in both the Cage 2 server and also in other servers. If you happen to see me there, say hi.
Yeah.
And you can also find me at the same address, +1.
Sunlight and Danimal are roommates.
Exactly.
Makes the rent cheaper. Yo, both. I'm signing off, but thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you, Rowan. Thank you, everyone in chat, and GG's Racers.
GG's,
Yes.
indeed.
GG.
All right, chat. You're stuck with just me. We have quite the giveaway to do. I actually set it up in advance this time. If I can find the Google Chrome tab that has it. Let's go to the full screen version. These are all of the donations that were accumulated throughout the stream. Littler Dez, Amber Exalted 4, RX44, Dark, Uki Miyoshi, Power Forge, Ali17CR7, Sabrina, Redwood, Chris Mac Games, and C-Dude. And I don't know why C-Dude and Mr. 1UP were joined. 2 separate donations. Thank you all so much for the generosity. Keep in mind that we will be doing one of these giveaways every stream. and maybe even some streams after that, because I think we actually have 30 copies and not enough streams to give them all away, maybe. Depends on how it works out. But yeah, we will be giving 30 copies of KH 1.5 2.5 away. Actually, I lied to you. Sorry, 29 copies of 1.5 2.5. The final copy will be an all-in-one collection, all courtesy of Square Enix. So let's not beat around the bush. The winner of this copy of KH 1.5 2.5 on PC is Dark. Dark, thank you so much for the $10 donation earlier, and you are a recipient. Oh, not. There we go. I don't care about that. Dark will, good lord, not this again. We'll be in talks of how you want to use that KH 1.5, 2.5 copy. I do also want to briefly, before we do sign off and end up raiding, let's find someone to raid before I make the announcement, actually. I'm going to twitch.tv. Let's see who is someone I want to raid, who might be doing some additional KH2 rando content this time of day. I'm waiting for twitch.tv to do something. Twitch, come on, please. Alright, there we go. You know what? I'm actually going to do something unconventional. It looks like BioRoxas has not ended stream and decided to do something else. I would love if you could do me a favor, when we do eventually, I do have an announcement before we do raid, but we will raid BioRoxas. I want everybody to flood in there and say thank you, Bio, for giving this event some attention. It has been an honor to get KH content creators as prolific as Bio to give my Rinky Dinky event some attention. And it's not just Bio, there's so many of them that have been so generous with their time, but that's very wordy, not a very catchy raid message. You get what I mean, Kale. Just show all the love and support for Bio, who has generously donated some time to play our event. It's it really is an honor to have KH content creators take a chance on us, and I want to make sure that he feels welcomed, supported, loved for all of his work. I do also want to leave us with one final word of encouragement, or rather, a grateful statement from me to you. I was informed that as of Qualifier C, this event is officially bigger than Fresh Faces 1. That's not even including all the new people we got from Qualifier D. I'm sure we're probably more than 80, but I just want to say thank you all so much for making Fresh Faces 2. Warehouse Jesus says we are at 95 people. We have 2 qualifiers to go, and Danimal is one of the people who has not done a qualifier yet. So I think that we may have our first 100-person randomizer tournament. I know Ryder43 and Zojalix are also in the lurks for Qual G. Night Owl may be joining, so what a crazy time. I'm gonna pull up the credit scene, and all of you, go give BioRoxas some love. We will see you all tomorrow for Saturday day and night randomizer, and a conclusion of the auto-advancing qualifiers with Qual G happening on Tuesday. Thank you all so much for all of the support. We will see you all here tomorrow.